Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the UN. Oh.
Behind the head. Brazil for adding the character to throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Chisora.
If jabbed by Wilder now, thus far Stavern hasn't shown the work rate. And Stavern goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round and Stavern down for the second time. There's Hammer and here in round one, he is Ragnarocking Stavern!
He's out cold.
B3 Picks TV, we back again. Man, tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Hey, we definitely building. Hey, shout out to all the members, man. The members, the supporters of the channel. We had a wonderful raffle yesterday. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, the winner of the inaugural membership raffle, man. $50 cash at the Big Dog Willie. Hey, listen, we got to hear from Big Dog Willie. Pull up, Big Dog Willie. Pull up so we can bless you. If not, the second person that's in line is Ja and then BVO. You know, we're going to bless. We ain't going to stress, you know. Uh, we got to give back to those that support us, to those that want to see, you know, the channel do well and the channel grow. You know, one hand wash the other in a lot of these situations, right? We already know teamwork made the dream work. Let me see here. Man, today is going to be an interesting conversation. I know it's a lot of controversy right now with Ryan and Terence Crawford kind of going at it. We're gonna talk about legacy, man. I want to hear the opinions of the panelists and everybody today. Um, you know what they think about this conversation, because we know for a fact there's only one male boxer that's been 3 times undisputed. I want to know from the people, how much do you value being undisputed? Do y'all value unifying the titles? Things like that. So we're gonna talk. Shout out to John. God bless you. Appreciate you pulling up. Sophia, salute. Good morning. Hope all is well with y'all. God bless y'all. Thank you for pulling up. Don't hesitate to hit the follow button, hit the like button, join the membership. RN, salute. Good to see you. RN Juke, appreciate you. Okay. We got quality engages coming through. I see that. I don't box myself. I just cover boxing. We talk the sport of boxing on here. We talk other sports. We talk life. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, John. And shout out to my brother Bentley pulling up. Bentley, what's happening? What's good, family? Appreciate y'all pulling up this morning or this afternoon. Thank you, RN. God bless you. My brother Prize in here. Happening Prize. We building. You already know. We gonna cook today, man. Anybody that can pull up, um, the members that can pull up, definitely pull up. He said, "Cool. Can we talk hockey? I play. Where you from? You play hockey? Where you from? Talk to me." Salute to the family, Coach Eddie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Coach Eddie. Hope all is well. Yeah, man. I need to get y'all opinions on this Crawford Ryan situation, man. And oh shit. Okay, John. Shout out to Minnesota. Yeah, shout out to Minnesota. I haven't been myself, but I know some people out of Minnesota. I'm praying for Minnesota, and I hope everything kind of goes well. As far as you know, everything that's going out there, everything that's going on out there in the west, on the west and the northwest. There's a lot of different things happening. So praying for my people in Minnesota, and John, I hope everything goes well. For real, Coach Eddie. Yeah, pull up, Coach. It's really nice down here. We got some really nice scenery. Yeah, maybe when it's warm, maybe the warmest it's gonna get. Minnesota might get me out there at some point in my life, but it's got to make sense. Everything got to make sense, family. Everything got to make sense. Yeah, coach, man, listen, Canelo, we got other things to talk about too outside of Ryan and Crawford. Canelo will be back. Turkey put out he has plans for two AJ fights this year, a Fury fight this year, um, AJ fight, two AJ fights, one Fury, one Canelo, and a Ryan fight at the end of the year. So they got options. It's a lot of work to be had in the sport right now. A lot of work to be had. Yeah, a lot of work to be had. Shout out. What's going on, coach? How you feeling today?
Man, not much, man. Hey, every time I see that picture, I feel like Apollo Creed when they say it's a shame we got to get old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's me. That's me boxing back in the day, man. I fought a cruiserweight division, man. Yeah, I fought light heavyweight and cruiserweight.
Yeah, that's what's good, coach.
Yeah, man. But
I
yeah,
like that
Ryan
right
Garcia.
there.
I think there's a little situation with Ryan Garcia. I think what happened was that's an old. Is that an old clip or that's new? I think that was from 2024.
I think it's new.
Oh, okay. I think the first one was kind of old because I think some people had pulled up an old clip that he said, and then Ryan came out and clarified. He was like, "You look, man, people just trying to get clicks and views. That's something I said back in 2024. And then but then maybe he doubled down a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, you got to take it with a grain of salt, man. You know that dude be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you this, coach. How do you view Terence Crawford legacy? And do you feel like he left legacy on the table by not fighting Boots or Canelo rematch?
You know, he definitely left some money on the table. Definitely left money on the table. As far as legacy, um, you know, he had a good career. He kind of discredited himself by saying what he said about Errol Spence. At one time, he said, "Do you think Errol Spence is a Hall of Famer?" I think he said no. I said, "Why would you do that?" That's a lot of people are saying that's your best win, even though it may be one of your easier fights, but that's your best win. So, and I was looking at the totality. It was an image out there with Terence Crawford had everybody that he beat on the wall. And of course, they had Canelo Alvarez in the middle, and I think that's arguably probably his best win. Had Errol Spence up top, but then I could really you had the Victor Postals, and then the Gamboa, the Mean Machines, the Hank Lundys, the Olympian. I can't remember the dude's name. I mean, so he had a good career. Did he fight? He fought Sean Porter. I guess I wish he would have fought. I wish all those guys would have fought a little bit closer to their prime. So I'm not going to say that. Can't blame that on Terence Crawford because that's that politics stuff with the promotion companies not wanting to work with each other. Because PBC had the vast majority of all the top welterweights at the time, and Terence Crawford was on quote unquote the other side of the street. So we never really seen those guys like in their super prime. Like I think Sean Porter, it was a good win, but I think Sean was kind of on his way out. That was his own admission. Of course, Errol Spence, the man, was in a car accident. But we all know what Errol Spence went through. That may not have been the good win, but that may not have been the best version of Errol Spence. If we just want to be completely 100, not saying that it would have mattered. I believe it probably would have been a better fight if we would have had, a good version of Errol Spence. But nevertheless, Terence Crawford got the job done. He can't control what condition a man is in when he gets in the ring. All he can do is show up and fight. So that's out of his control. But I mean, his legacy is solid. Is he an all-time great? I don't know because that kind of subjective. It's kind of based on the people that you fought. How people viewed him. You know what I mean? So, but he had a great career, made a ton of money. Can't take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? He went out with a bang. I think he left some money on the table. Definitely, I believe he should have fought Canelo in a rematch just to get some more money because it was an easy fight, man. It looked easy, so why not go back and get that easy money? You know what I mean?
feel like he said it was just probably the training and the wear and tear, but I don't know. You're right. I think they maybe they couldn't get the numbers to make sense. But hold on, coach. Let me say this though, because you said he don't know if he's an all time great, but what all time greats aren't like did what Crawford did? It's only a couple, right? Maybe Henry Armstrong, who was the man who dominated three divisions, simultaneously, or maybe even Roberto Duran, who went, I believe he went from 135 to 168. So it's only a couple people in history that done what he did. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, to me, that this is where the water gets muddy. When I say when you talking about all time great, we talking about going back into your mental Rolodex and pulling up everybody. I mean, yeah, he may be an all time great. He may not be like in my top 10 of all time great, but I guess he could be considered in that list. But I think a lot of times this is where the accolades get mixed up with the actual championships because he didn't really stay at 35 very long. I don't think. I don't think he stayed at 40 very long. So he moved through these weight classes. He had one fight at 54 and went straight to 68. He beat the guy that had all the belts. So I always say this: just because you beat one guy, don't necessarily mean you beat all of them. Just because Canelo had all the belts at 168, in my opinion, does not make you the best fighter at 168 by default. Yeah, you have all the hardware, but those other guys still have a claim to you because you never fought them. So I don't believe a guy can go up there and fight one guy in one weight class and declare himself the best just because he picked up all the belts. People may say I'm hating or they don't know what I'm talking about. It's just me. There's a whole lot of guys up underneath you that you ain't clean those guys out. To me, I always give a guy more credit when he cleans out a division. You go in that division like a Bernard. I always bring up Bernard. Bernard cleaned out that 160-pound division. Triple G at 160, he cleaned out the division. He did have a couple guys that I thought he should have fought, mainly Demetrius Andrade. That fight never happened. But for the most part, he had a lot of. I think didn't he almost break Bernard Hopkins' title defenses at 160?
Who, Triple G? Yeah,
Yeah,
he tied it, I
so
believe.
yeah, he tied it with 20 title defense. I mean, that's something to be said, man. I mean, 20 times somebody tried to attempt to take your belt. A lot of these guys just getting the belt and then they're gone to the next weight class because really they can't afford to stay at the weight class because the weight is too much for them. They can't continue to make their weight, so they got to move up. So that's my only thing. But these guys are just running around just collecting trophies, man. And then once you can collect them trophies, you can kind of stand on the hill and stick your tongue out and say, "Nah, boo boo, I'm the best," even though you didn't fight everybody in that division. But you just got the hardware. It's like you skipped the line. It's like the sanctioning body will allow people to jump the line. The sanctioning body will allow people who was not ranked all of a sudden appear in the rankings and get a title shot, like Edgar Berlanga. So we've seen with Canelo so many times, you just see a guy, where did this guy come from? Now all of a sudden he's in a title fight because that's the sanctioning bodies. So the water gets a little muddy, man.
Absolutely. I want to say shout out to Bay. Appreciate you pulling up, Bay. Always supporting, helping the channel grow. Shout out to you, members of the channel. If you can, y'all put some color in the chat. Join the membership. Ain't no thing. I appreciate the support. And Bentley had a good point. To your point, Coach. Bentley said that Arrow collected three of those belts. So I can see what you're saying. Becoming undisputed with one fight, things of that nature. Um, I just feel like the body of work speaks for itself, Bentley, because Crawford, he moved through divisions: 135, 140, 147, 154, and 168. So he put in a lot of work. Now we look through his resume, we're gonna see some great fighters on there. We're gonna see um some decent fighters. We're gonna see some good fighters of this era. But he also has Olympians, gold medalists on his resume. He took Gamboa's, in a tough fight, but he stopped Gamboa. The first person to stop him, right? So I don't know.
No, yeah, he
It's
did, and like even
and
even
shout out to
I think
Davo.
what kind of messed him up is not his fault, but like the Kell Brook win, I mean, the guy two broken orbital bone was past it. Even his own trainer was like, "Man, I'm not even training you for this fight. I mean, you ain't got no business getting in the ring with Terence Crawford." That was Dominic Ingalls said. Sean Porter, still good fighter, a little bit past it by his own admission, his father's admission, and of course, like we spoke about Errol Spence, he was just for him to be able to come back to boxing was kind of like a miracle. And they did try to rebuild him. They put him in with some guys that they know the Errol could beat. Just to get the fans back, percolating. You know what I mean? Just to build that fight up between him and Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Then at 154, he fought Majimov, which a lot of people say that was a very good competitive fight, and it was a competitive matchup. I don't think Majimov won the fight, but it was competitive, and I think Terence Crawford had to. He showed that he was getting older in that fight, in the Majimov fight. So the Canelo fight made a lot of sense because both guys had just enough slippage to make it a good fight, and Terence Crawford is levels above. In my opinion, he's level above Canelo Alvarez. So that's why the fight kind of looked the way it did. It was kind of easy because Terence Crawford is a superior boxer than Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion. Terence Crawford more superior. But Crawford, like I said, he's an older guy, man. He's 38 years old, man. So if he keeps hanging around, he's just gonna get clipped, man. So I think he did the right thing. Like I said, he did leave money on the table, though. He should have fought Canelo, get another easy payday, you know what I'm saying, and go about your business. But like if he was to hang around and fighting, stay at 168, he really couldn't campaign at 168 because he really don't have the size to. To be honest, you can see he's back to normal size now. He's shrunk down. He's a smaller guy now. I think he just bulked up, for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Now he's back to normal. But can you imagine him fighting somebody like Hamza Shiraz or fighting a Christian Mbili? I mean, a real super middleweight guy who's gonna be there, throw 1,000 punches, and if you ain't in that type of shape, a 38, 39-year-old man not gonna be able to deal with that. A guy that you can hit with a freaking kitchen sink and he's not gonna go anywhere. It ain't gonna happen, man. Father Time's undefeated, so he did the right thing.
And shout out to my brother Juan Claudio in the building. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up pugilism. Shout out to the 757. You already know we building. Haney versus Pac-Man will be decent, but I think Floyd got that. They already got that fight locked in. Pac-Man came on and said that they already signed for a real fight. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll go through. And appreciate you pulling up, FaZe. Members of the channel, supporters of the channel on here, man. Appreciate you.
What's
FaZe,
up,
how you
bro?
feeling today, bro?
What's up, B3? What's up, Coach?
What's
Man, we
good?
Oh,
What's
good.
good, man?
oh man, nothing much, man. Just popped up on the live because it's crazy. I was watching. I was just scrolling on YouTube and I seen Ryan. I seen Terence Crawford told Ryan like, "I want you to try and be undisputed one time, and then come talk to me," you know. And then
Yeah.
I seen your title, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's it. That is kind of interesting that popped up, but you know, I think Terence Crawford is itching. I think he itching to come back. I think boxing is just what he does. You know, I think them training camps by Bomac and them was what took him out. That's what I think it was. Honestly, just my opinion. Every time he talks about it, he's like, man, those training camps, man. He don't talk about the fight or the competition. He just like Bomac and Bernie and Red and Colorado Springs, that 5,000 step stairs. I think that's what's eating him up. You know what I mean? And he like, that's the only way I'm gonna train. That's the only way I know how to, so that I make sure that I'm in best shape. And it's just too much right now. You know what I mean? But I think he's itching, man, and I hope Bud come back to the ring. And Ryan Garcia can't say nothing like that to Terence Crawford. I mean, of course, he's just a fan that wanted to see more, but that's pretty much what I take from it. Ryan Garcia wanted to see more of Terence Crawford, and he's kind of sad that he can't.
And I see you. I see what you're saying, FaZe. I more so look at it as Ryan is a guy that understands how to get headlines. And see, a lot of time, what we don't realize is that um, we kind of control a lot of the American market as far as media is concerned, as far as interest. And respectfully, other groups is not going to have that same response if Ryan calls out a Virgil or a Xander. Respectfully, right? It won't have the same kick versus him talking about Devin, talking about Tank, talking about Shakur, talking about Bud, talking about Floyd. It's just gonna have a different ring to it, and the media outlets will push that because that's what they do. They push that type of controversy. So Ryan is just doing what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it, and that's all. I don't think he has no intentions of doing anything in the ring with Bud ever.
and that's the thing. Why doesn't he talk about Virgil and Xander and those guys really will fight him. It's always Shakur, Tank, and Devin. You right about that. And T.O. was doing the same thing. T.O. can get a fight with Ryan. T.O. could, he could have been trying to push for those fights, but he didn't. He just, clout chased.
1000%. Now, let me just go back. Juan wanted to know, Coach. Do you feel like Wilder has a puncher's chance?
You know what? Wilder, I was looking at he looks very small, man. He looks very thin. I'm interested to see how much he weighs. If he comes in under 120 pounds, he don't have a chance.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think,
under 220.
yeah,
yeah,
220,
he did,
220.
he
But
did,
that
he
was his best weight, though, Coach. He was
nah,
Not
around
nah,
under
no,
219,
220.
211,
nah,
212.
no, that's
Not
not
no
his.
more.
His best weight was 123, 127. That's what
We
he
talking
weighed
about
when he fought.
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, yes, I'm telling you, when he fought Romain Stavern, he was like 127. I'm sorry, 227. I'm sorry, 227. 211 Deontay Wilder, he don't have enough umph to deal with these guys right now, man. We seen it. He came in. Look how light he was when he fought Zilly Zing and Joseph Parker. Man, they just pushed him around, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember too the guys that he was knocking out, but they wasn't world beaters. Now when he lined up Ortiz, that was a perfect shot. I don't know what he weighed, but I just think at this stage in his career, I think 211 is 212. It's just too thin.
M- maybe it is. I just remember when he put on that weight, going back into the Fury fights, it would seem like he couldn't. He didn't have the right condition and the right endurance.
Yeah, but he was almost
Let me do this.
242 though. He was like 237. That was
That's
way
too
too heavy.
heavy.
But like 223, that's a sweet spot right there. 223, 224. Because he's gonna have to have some mass to deal with Gisora because Gisora is he's short, compact, and he's strong. He pushes you back a lot. And if Wilder don't have enough weight to keep that guy off of him, I don't see him knocking him out, man.
So he was 219 in the first Bermain Stavern fight in 2015. In the second fight, he weighed 220. And then he actually fought Luis Ortiz after that, 214. The first Fury fight, he was 212. Um, then he Brazil 223, Luis Ortiz 219. And then he came back in that Fury fight, the second one, and weighed 231, and that was a 7 round stoppage. So that was heavy. That was a little bit too heavy for him, like he was saying. And then in the third fight, he weighed 238, but he was going against Fury, who was 273. And then in the first fight, Fury was 256. In the second fight, Fury was 273, and in the third fight, Fury was 277. So I think this is a different animal, right? But like you're saying, it's going to be interesting to see how he does weight wise. It looks like he's a little lighter this fight, Coach. A lot lighter.
Yeah, he did. He did. He seemed very, very slim, man. It looks like he's gonna weigh 214, 212, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think that
You think
sweet
that's going
spot
to
is
get him
about.
beat up?
Yeah, because he's not throwing that right hand with the same conviction that he used to throw it with that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen him and he's hitting guys, but they're not going away anymore. And I think it's because he's not committing. I think he's in the back of his mind, he's a little worried about what's coming back now. Like when he had that eye of the tiger, when he was just letting that sucker go, man. Hey, he was nuts. He was something to behold. You know what I'm saying? But now he's
Yeah.
not. He just don't have that same conviction on that right hand that he used to.
Yeah, he's up there. He's long in the tooth. And he's been in a lot of wars. It's just that is he gonna be able to line up Trezor? I think
But
he can line him up. I don't know if he will, but I'ma still look into it. But I think he can line him up, coach. And shout out to Andrew.
you know what? It very well be. But with Jazor, if you pay attention to the way he fights, man, he crouches down and he keeps his head down. You're not going to hit him on the chin. He crouches down, keeps his hands up, he come forward, and he almost used his cross arm defense. And he picks a lot of shots off. And he's throw a lot of overhands, and that's what I'm worried about with Wilder is his punch resistant. Because it seems like now when you hit Wilder in the side of the head, his legs go away. It throws his equilibrium off. Even when Joseph Parker hit him, his equilibrium went. Of course, Zilli Zhang hit him, no equilibrium, and we know what happened with the Tyson Fury fights. So I don't think Wilder's punch resistance is there anymore. But we've seen Luis Ortiz hurt him also. John Molina, which was the school teacher, he hurt Wilder also. So his punch resistance, that's going to be the ticket. If he can take one of those overhands from Derek Chisora, he may be in business. But if he gets hit and he gets hurt and gets wobbled, I hate to say it, but he'll probably wind up getting stopped, man.
If it's a 40, if it's anywhere, like you said, 30 or 40 pound difference, I want you to jump in on that phase. But if it's a 30 or 40 pound plus difference, he's not gonna beat Chisora. Unless, like you said, he can get that right hand off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. When you look at a guy like Deontay Wilder at this age with those little legs that he got, he need a little bit of weight on that frame to actually either stand his ground, and he might have a little bit more power at that weight. Coming from the core, coming from the back. That turn on that shot. I remember, like, I don't know if he fought Tyson Fury at like 212 in that second fight. I think he weighed in like smaller, and it was bad. Like, I see these guys moving him around. He's tall, so the way they moving him around is kind of like alarming. So I agree with Coach. Yeah, I think 225 and muscled up and strong in the inside. That's the kind of Deontay that he needs to be to deal with these heavy, big bone, paws type of dudes, because he a small frame kind of guy.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that phase. Let me bring in Free, member supporter of the channel, man. Shout out to D Free, man. What's going on, Free? How you feeling today?
What's good?
Man, everything is great, man. Just building. You already know. Let me ask you this, Free. Let's pivot back to the show topic. I don't know if you saw any of the back and forth between Ryan and Bud, but Ryan is a seeming to believe that Terence Crawford left legacy fights on the table with not fighting a Boots in this and not fighting or not rematching Canelo. Talk about that. Do you believe that Bud has more to do in the sport of boxing, or do you feel like he has done enough to be considered an all-time great boxer?
Um, he doesn't have any. I mean, the only fight that I say that Bud probably should have took him before he retired was the Jerome Buchanan. Um, Other than that, there really was nothing else left for him to do. I don't think the Canelo fight was wanted a rematch. I mean, he clearly won that fight pretty easily. Um, but I mean, I, he would still be considered probably the greatest fighter of this era. Um, I don't know about an all-time great. I mean, some people might have him as an all-time great. I don't know if a lot of other people will have him as an all-time great because of the the level of opponents that he fought. Um, there are a couple of fighters that he fought that a lot of people respected, and then there was a lot of other fights that people felt like he was a clear advantage in. So I don't know if he will be considered an all-time great. I will say he is the greatest fighter of this era, but I don't know if he will be considered an all-time great.
Hey, can I piggyback on that big three?
Cook face.
Yeah, you know, he was trying to do more. He was trying to get Jenna back. Like I was trying to be, I was trying to be 4-time undisputed. You know what I mean? Like Jenna back popped dirty. He had to relinquish all the belts, but he was trying to be even more like lineal. Like he was still always searching, man. And when it comes to Crawford, it's like, what's not to like in the ring? If you hit me, I hit you back. I can box, give you the sweet science. I can brawl with you. I can punch with you. I got good feet. I got a good chin. I'm ultra competitive. I don't want nobody getting the edge on me. It's like one of them things like what's not to like. I feel like a lot of people on YouTube don't like him because of promotional company reason. Like he ain't with the PBC, so they can't support him. It's certain things like that that interfere with Bud, like no close fight, 3-time undisputed, nasty attitude in the ring, punches, boxes, moves, gives you everything. Like it's really nothing. It's really nothing to not like. Complain about anything. You can match him up with any era, and you go say, well, he would have done well. He would have held his own. In his prime. So it's tough. It's tough, but I think he the GOAT of the generation, and I'll match you. I'm taking Bud against a lot of guys. Floyd, 147, Bud. I got Bud duking it out with the Tommy Hearns, the Sugar Rays. I don't know. Sugar Ray probably tough, but I got Bud against a lot of guys.
Let me get in phase. Speak on that, coach. Bud Crawford versus some of those old guys like Tommy Hearns, Floyd. Talk
Nah,
about it.
Tommy Hearns, I love Bud, but Tommy Hearns to get him up out of here, man. Sugar Ray Leonard, too fast, too mean, too many combinations. It is what it is, brother. Marvin Hagler, that's another brother. I don't see him beating none of them guys, but at least he's in the conversation. So we can say that for you to even be in the conversation, in our mind, to be in the ring with those guys shows that you are a great, tremendous fighter. I want to say something about this. Every fighter has a particular fan base.
Hold
You
on,
have
coach.
fan
Before you
base.
move on,
Yeah.
the Floyd Mayweather Terrence.
Oh, Floyd. Oh, now Floyd
At
is, man,
147.
you just can't, bro.
147.
147, Floyd, Terence Crawford, bro. I got to give it to Floyd, man. And Floyd, to me, he just one of them guys, man. And Bud is the same way, man. It's been a heck of a matchup, man, but it's just Floyd. I just seen him get it done so many times against so many levels of different opposition that he's gotten it done against, man. And I think Floyd has definitely fought some more superior fighters than Bud, but not that ain't Bud's fault. It's just Floyd came up in an era. There's a lot of great fighters there. He had a lot of good marquee names, a lot of great fighters there. I just think Floyd got it. I've seen,
real quick,
in other words, Floyd he has proved more to me than Terence Crawford.
Give me some 147 opponents that from Floyd that you like that he fought against, that Floyd fought against.
Well, Cotto, that was a solid win. But they fight at 140, 147.
I think they fought at 140, coach. But
yeah, I may be including a lot of Floyd's wins at the lower weight classes. I think I'm letting them run together, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at his whole body of work. It just seemed like Floyd to me just seemed like he's just unbeatable dude. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, who you got? Bud or Madonna?
Madonna, it's a hard fight. That's a 12-round fight, but I would definitely edge with the Bud, man. To get the job done. Like I said, it's hard to pick against both guys, but you talking about You talking about you talking about Kobe? This discussion right here is kind of like who you like, Kobe or Jordan. Both guys are great, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really lose with either guy, man. If I had to pick, gun to my head, I'm going with Floyd, man.
Hey, Coach, I'm not gonna
You
lie.
know, hold
I
on. Let
think.
me just say
Go ahead,
this.
BD.
Let me say this real quick. Salute to the Queen, Angie, baby, pulling up. Always supporting the channel, helping the channel grow. I appreciate you. Um, shout out to Bernie the Boxer. Appreciate you pulling up, Bernie. We a new channel, growing channel. Appreciate you pulling up. Um, and shout out my brother Prize. Yeah, he said Bud stops Maidana. Bud is underrated. I think Bud will put all type of hands on Floyd Mayweather. At 147 especially. Um, I got him beating up Floyd. I always say that.
Hell no.
But
Hey,
that's my
B3,
opinion. Everybody got an
B3.
opinion. That's mine.
Hey, B3. I think Marvin Hagler can do nothing with Terence Crawford. It'll be the same thing like Sugar Ray did, except Bud will put more on him. Just like how it was when Mayweather fought Canelo, except Bud put more on him. I think it'll be the same. Marvin Hagler feet too slow.
No Marvin Hagler feet ain't. No Marvin Hagler feet ain't. Marvin Hagler can hang with anybody. I think like what Marvin Hagler did to Sugar Ray, I don't think Bud can deal with that. I don't think he can deal with that. Marvin Hagler, he beats his opponent up. Sugar Ray Leonard, when Sugar Ray Leonard was in his prime, Sugar Ray Leonard can absorb a lot of shots. When you look at the fight that he had with Tommy Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard absorbed a lot of shots for Tommy Hitman Hearns, and he was able to take it into the last round and knock Tommy Hearns out. But I don't like Tommy Hitman Hearns. I don't think Bud can deal with a Tommy Hitman Hearns. He's too rangy. I don't think Bud can beat Floyd. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the end of the end of the era of Floyd. I'm talking about the Floyd of his prime. I don't think Bud can deal with him. I think Bud would get outpointed, and he possibly can get dropped by Floyd, the prime Floyd, like the Floyd that a lot of people are thinking of. The Floyd that a lot of people are thinking of is the Money Mayweather Floyd. A lot of people look at that Floyd and think that was the Floyd that we're talking about. The Floyd that was in his prime was the Floyd that fought Diego Corrales, the Floyd that fought what's my guy Toro Gotti. That was the Floyd that was in his prime. The Floyd that we saw when he became Money Mayweather that everybody think about was the Floyd at the end of his career. He fought
The
11
money. So
fights.
you who? So
I'm
Money
talking about.
May. So hold on, Faye. So we do Money May
Yeah.
or Bud at 147. Who you
I
got
think
for
You
me?
can take
I
you can
think
take
Money
Bud to
Mayweather.
35 too. He
I
fought
think
it.
I
Both
think
of
Nah, I'm
them
talking
fought
about
at
147.
35.
I'm
yeah,
talking about
I
147,
think Money
Coach. Strictly
Mayweather Floyd
147.
will outsmart Bud. I think Money Mayweather Floyd will outsmart Bud. I think a lot of people don't realize how smart Floyd was in that ring. Floyd was able to outsmart his opponent. He was always one
Them,
step in front of his opponent.
but D free, them dudes was gassing out. Madonna was gassing out. All them dudes was gassing out. Bud
It,
ain't
it
gassing
doesn't
out.
it doesn't it doesn't matter that they gassed out. They gassed out because Floyd put them in a situation to gas out. He gave
Bud
them a
ain't gassing
force.
out no matter what. Bud ain't
No,
gassing
no,
out no
but
matter
you
what.
only name it. You only name it a couple of people that gassed out. And like I said, Floyd put them in that situation to gas out. He
His
gave them a
his
force.
most
But hold
his
up,
most competitive
he
fights,
gave
the
them
guys
a
gassed
false,
out.
he gave them a false sense of hope of they was doing something. So they was throwing a lot of shots because they believed they was doing something, and when they really wasn't.
Yeah.
Bernie. I mean, I see what Bernie has on the screen, but with all due respect, I can probably honestly say you're biased. So that's okay. You should be. That you trained him. You seen him in the gym, so I can understand that. But it is what it is.
No, he
Hey,
underrated.
but
Bud's
but
underrated.
nah, and no, 1,000%. And the way Bud knocking people over. You know, Jose Benavidez moved all the way up and fought a 160 Jamal Charlo. Jamal couldn't even hurt him. Bud cleaned him up, had him look like he about broke his he about broke his knee the way Bud clipped him. So that's what I'm
B3, what
saying,
about
man.
that
Bud been
time
knocking
when
these
he got?
dudes over from
Yeah.
135 to 168. It's ridiculous, man.
What about that time
Hey,
when?
hold up. Speaking of 135, I thought Floyd Mayweather fought at 135. Shane Mosley fought at 135 also.
Yeah.
And Shane Mosley was
I'm
a
talking
menace at
about.
135. Yeah, everybody you
I'm
want to
talking about
so see
prime Bud.
Bud was at 135. He was at 140. He was at 147. All those of campaign. Floyd Mayweather campaigned all the same weight classes that Bud campaigned, with the exception of 168.
Right.
They all came through the same weight classes. So you could take
And
But
135
Bud was
Floyd,
also the
but
hold on, coach. Bud was also the number one fighter at all those weight
but
classes.
but the
and
difference is,
Floyd wasn't. If
but
Floyd wasn't,
the
come
difference
But
on, man.
didn't
What-
hold on. Didn't hold on. Didn't Floyd get a gift decision in his first
hold
fight
on,
with Castillo?
no, he didn't. But hold up, the
I was
difference.
How many
asking Coach
split?
Free. I was
How
asking
many
Coach
split
Free.
decisions he get?
Coach, was that a gift decision? Yes or no?
If I went back and look at that fight, man, it was I think the right man got decision. I think Floyd won.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I think he won.
the
It was
difference,
it was competitive. It was
the
competitive. But at
difference
the same time, Jose Benavidez, that was a competitive fight also. Go back and watch it. That was a very good fight for Bud. I
But
remember
what
watching that
happened
fight. I
to
was
him
sitting on the
though?
edge.
What happened?
It doesn't.
What happened to
Yeah,
him?
he still, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight though, brother. You can't say it
Hey,
wasn't a
coach.
good fight.
What about
but
when they
hold
Was it a
up,
moved
good
him
was it a
up and
good
they
fight? Yes or no?
yeah, it was a great
Was
fight
it a good
because
fight?
Bud knocked him
The,
Yeah,
no, that wasn't
that's
the
from a
question.
fan.
The
That's from a
question
fan
was it
perspective,
a
Coach.
the question said, was it a good fight? Was it a good
Who
fight?
Oh, it was a good fight.
who had Crawford in trouble? Like, give me
It was
somebody
a
that had him
good
in trouble.
it was but Gamboa had him doing the stanky leg. Mean Machine
Nah.
What
dropped him.
happened to Gamboa that same
So
round? That same
gentlemen,
round.
trouble.
What he do to him? Destroyed him and stopped him. Same
No,
round. Get out of
hold up.
here,
But
man. I'm tired of playing with you.
the difference between Floyd and Bud when they moved up through those divisions, Floyd fought better competition than Bud fought moving up through the division. Floyd fought much better competition.
Be free, but tell me one of those guys Bud
He
wouldn't have
fought much
stopped.
better competition.
Hey, salute to my
Huh?
brother Ja pulling up. Salute to my brother. Hey, Coach, Bernie want to know what he said that was biased. You know he's Team Bud. We already know that for a fact. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. But
It wasn't.
all I heard him say was Sugar Ray got dropped by Kirkland Lane. I mean, that's just what it happened.
And Bud got dropped by Mean Machine.
Not on paper, not on record. I mean, maybe he caught him with a good shot and their bodies kind of got close.
Ain't no maybe.
But after that, what'd he do, Free?
Ain't no maybe. It ain't no maybe.
Knocked him
Hey,
over.
and that's
No,
Knocked
it
him
ain't no
over.
maybe. I didn't say what the end result was because the end result was Sugar Ray won the fight. The end result with Bud is Bud won the
and
fight.
this
But he
Yeah.
got knocked
and it's
down.
the thing, D free. And it's what I said earlier, B3. I mean, when you got an attitude like that, okay, you hit me with a good shot. Now I'm just gonna destroy you. Gamboa, same round. Get out of here. Mean Machine. I'm tired of playing with you. This is about to be a fight. I don't, this is it's I'm about to get you out of here. Sean Porter, I'm down. Damn, I'm
Yo,
down. How? Okay.
listen. He was
Earl
supposed to
Spence,
get those
you
opponents out of
fucking
there. He was
free.
much better than the opponents he
Hold on,
faced.
D free. Hold on, D free. Earl Spence. Oh,
Mm.
Earl Spence was
stomp on
the
me.
best.
He go.
Earl Spence up until that
Hold
point,
on.
up until he fought Earl Spence, he was fighting guys that he was a big favorite in the fight.
D
Up until that
free.
point.
You know what? You know what Floyd Mayweather said about Earl Spence? He gave me great work. Oh my God, Earl Spence gave me really good work in
Yeah,
sparring.
he did. That
And that's a
doesn't mean
guy,
that
and
he
I
that
literally
doesn't mean that he
rolled.
beat Floyd.
I
He gave him good
rolled
work. It
that
doesn't
guy.
mean he beat him. I hear fighters all the time say, this guy gave me good work in sparring. It doesn't mean that they beat
I
him. It just means they gave
I
him good work.
rolled him though. I rolled
yo,
him though.
There you
You know, I rolled him. You can't tell me none of them guys that Floyd Mayweather fought that Bud wouldn't just destroy. And that's the thing about that Bud that like it makes me like I don't get it because his attitude in the ring, he don't let you get off on him. He don't let you get a moment. You know,
Hey,
so
my favorite performance phase was the Victor Postal performance. I
yeah,
love that performance. The way he boxed them beautifully from the outside, dropped them about 3 times to a decision. I love that fight.
This is the same argument. This is the same argument in reverse that we have about Layla Ali and Carissa Shields. When people say Layla Ali, they believe is the greatest female fighter of all time. B3 say, well, Carissa Shields fought better opponents. But Layla Ali was getting her opponents out of it. It's the same argument, but in reverse. Same argument, but in reverse.
well,
Floyd
Frank,
fought, Floyd fought better competition, but Bud Crawford was getting his opponents out of there.
But no. I disagree with that. I think Floyd fought bigger names, but where were those guys? But he was also picking and choosing when he was Money Mayweather. He was picking and choosing guys. Most of he wasn't fighting no young guy. I mean, he fought Canelo, but Canelo was green, 23. Outside of that, Shane Mosley. I mean, most of a lot Cotto, all these guys had a blueprint how to beat them. Floyd is I mean, Bud has literally took Gamboa's O, he took Benavidez O, he took Errol Spence's O. I mean, he took Madrimov's O. So I mean, Bud is putting out blueprints to beat these guys. I think that's a different level.
No, you could say is it different because it doesn't go towards your argument, but it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Free. We
It-
see
so
that these
so
guys,
so
when
so
soon as they get a little older, they get past. They be past their prime.
you say
They did.
you say you
Floyd
say
Floyd
Canelo.
got wins over guys that's out they out of their prime.
Everybody
I'm
say
still a
Canelo was green, even though he had more fights than Floyd. He had more
come
fights
on,
than Floyd,
man.
and
23
he
year
was
old
younger than
compared
Floyd,
to
but he was green. Come on,
23-year old
man.
getting there with the purest boxer of the generation. You think he ain't green?
That's what B3 said. The man was 23
No,
years old with
no, I'm
40
saying
something fights. He
he
had
is
40
20.
something fights, but
Tommy
Floyd
McGill.
didn't have 40
Tommy
fights at
Hold
the
on, y'all.
time.
McGill.
Hold on, free your face. Hey, listen. Hey, shout out to Bernie. I got a members only panel. But because definitely gonna let you pull up and chop it up with us, I'm gonna drop the link for you. All you gotta do is click the StreamYard link and pull up and cook with us. We try to limit to little to no cussing. It's B3SBN. We definitely building. Pull up, cook with us. We definitely want to hear your point of view on this. Shout out to my brother Prize filling up. We about to work. Come on, hey, pull up, Bernie. What's going on, Prize? Go ahead, free.
Now I was listening to y'all boys go at it, but I agree with some of y'all, some of it, and I disagree. Like those, some of them people, I think, but yeah, that's just my opinion though. But as far as Floyd and Bud, that's probably one of the biggest things that I probably would ever want to see in the sport of boxing. But if some of them like Zab, I think Bud gets him out of there. Um, what Bernie say? Chop Chop hurt him real bad. Bud will destroy Corley. So you know it's tough. Andre
Literally.
Ward, big.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Bud is gonna go down as one of the most underrated. The run he had at welterweight where he was knocking everybody out. That's underrated. People just like easily forget about that.
And B3,
I
this
have
is
no
my thing.
problem. I have no problem with people believing what Bud would do with those opponents. It doesn't mean that you're correct because they never fought. It's just that's what you believe. If you believe that Bud go run through Chop Chop, that's cool. If you believe Bud run through that, that's cool. We don't know what to be true. We just going by what we believe because of what we see in the fighters. But that doesn't mean that what you saying is correct. Doesn't mean what I'm saying is correct. This is just what we believe. Doesn't mean that what we're saying is correct. This is what we
You know,
believe. Because
and
both of them guys are undefeated. They neither one of them lost a fight.
and you know why B3 that he will probably be one of the most underrated is because it's something about uh if he was beat from PBC, they would look at him different. You know,
Mm.
it's something about promotional companies that certain fighters don't get the love. The Shakurs, the Devons, the Terence Crawford. It's something about the promotional stuff, bro. You know,
I gotta play the
but they
drop on you
I
for
don't
also
know.
saying
I don't
that.
know
For
about the
saying that. Hold on, I
promotion
gotta play
thing
the drop for you for saying that phase.
Shut the fuck. Shut. Oh, shit. Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga.
I don't know if it's the promotion
Hey,
stand. I don't
you
know if
know
it's
they
the
don't want to
promotion.
hear that,
That's
Fade.
crazy.
I don't know if it's the promotion stand because both of them fought with Top Rank up until they decided to leave.
I'm gonna be honest
Yeah,
with
but
you, FaZe. PBC has a soft place in the boxing fans' hearts. I'm gonna be
oh
real
my
with you.
God, I'm just realizing this. B3, go ahead, cook.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's just what it is. Think about it, man. The platform that built up like the best American boxer of this era, and considered TBE Mayweather. I mean, and then they had Andre Berto. They had so many good. They built up
Bro, they
Canelo.
love
They had.
Charlo. They
Come on,
love
man.
Charlo. They
Oh,
love
Errol Spence.
Charlo.
Come on. Look
Earl
what Errol
Spence,
Spence was able to do in the sport of
man.
boxing and all of the. So that's what I'm saying.
And
People love
now they
and then
trying to do
Tank.
it with
Come on.
Fundora. They finna do it with Fundora. Fundora's the next
Yep.
PBC guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's
But it's a
nasty
great,
work.
but see, that's a testament to how good PBC is at their job,
Hey,
you
but
know.
that was
So that's
I'm glad you mentioned Ugas because that was another fight that was on the table that Bud didn't take.
Yeah, Bud would have
oh
destroyed Ugas, after,
I mean,
especially what Mario Barrios did to him. Well, imagine Crawford would have put him
he
down in
might
like
would
six
have. He
rounds.
might would have.
what?
You might would have. We can't say for sure because he
And
never
then and
fought
then
him.
another thing is people like to see you like defend your championship, but it's like Bud had like 11 defenses at welterweight, all stoppages
Come on, man.
at his
That's
peak, like
ridiculous.
at
And
the at the
and on the same live we talked about Hagler and
yeah
Triple G and Hopkins. This brother stopped 11 people at welterweight. Come on, man.
at the championship level. No
And he stopped
amateur
and don't forget he
pro.
stopped Jeff Horn, who had just got the belt off of Pacquiao. Knocked
Get
him
out
over.
of
And
here.
Jeff Horn went up to 160. Moved up through weight classes. So I mean, he didn't win no more titles, but I mean that was a big guy, and Bud walked through him. So I don't know, man. The
Dude was
resume
like
kind of speaks
bigger
for
than Bud.
itself.
His,
Yeah, like
you said
even
his
look at some of them
resume speaks
fights.
for itself. So is his resume greater than Floyd?
I think it's subjective. I wouldn't say greater. I would say
Bernie
I would
asked for the
maybe
link,
say.
B3.
Hold on, let me drop it again. I'll probably say equal, but I just
Equal?
feel like I let me just say this though. I feel like the name, every like historic, like it's like historical precedent, right? You know Corley, you know Cotto. They had long illustrious careers, right? You don't know, you never heard of Ndongo again because Crawford stopped him after he was unified champion. He just broke him up and got him out of there.
You didn't hear
So
Lozano before he fought him.
well,
Ricky Burns.
all he was doing was unifying the titles in other countries. So
Ricky
I
Burns.
mean, and it's only a handful of people really doing that, going to the champion's house and taking the title off a champ.
What was the
So that's
name
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
boy he wasn't supposed to beat? Three. They
Ricky
they had.
Burns in the UK.
Ricky Burns in the
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hold up. So which one of those guys are y'all putting on the same level as Shane Mosby?
None of them.
Which one
At
of those guys are y'all
147,
putting on the same level as Oscar De La Hoya?
Oscar De La Hoya was over his
A
I,
couple.
prime,
I,
He
bro.
fought a
I, I
couple
didn't
guys.
say
Canelo.
De
you
La
would put
Hoya.
okay, but Floyd got Canelo as well.
Right. He do.
So
But
Hey,
this was a
both the
better
brothers got
Canelo.
good.
you can take Canelo off the joint because he got Canelo already. So if you say who
Hell,
would you put on the same level as Oscar De La Hoya?
Bernie, what you using, Chrome or Safari?
Yeah,
You
try
got six
Safari,
pages.
Bernie.
Who would you put on the same
Or
level
Yeah, it's a
as,
stream
as
yard
Bernie,
right now.
better
Diego
yet,
Morales?
copy that link. Hold on, real quick, free. Copy that link and paste it into your StreamYard app if you have it, Bernie.
Yeah, I wish I could get it to you another way. It should let you just pull up right from clicking it. Nasty work.
Who's on the same
We can't.
level?
I can't got you an Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, that's one. I mean, you're not gonna find
But
nobody
he was out of
that
his
do five
prime though.
divisions like that.
Oscar was out of his prime, and
They
Oscar
don't want.
he was
You can't. I understand that phase. That's going deep into it, but he's still on the resume, so you kind of got to include him. But some people think that Floyd should have lost that fight.
Who?
Oscar.
All right, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, them the same people that say Tank beat Pitbull beat Tank free. So I'm just messing.
I mean, Floyd got Ricky Hatton on the resume. He got Diego Corrales,
Yeah.
Madonna, Castillo.
Mm.
Madonna and Corrales is food for Bud, and you know that, D Free.
I know what.
That Corrales and Madonna is food for Bud,
I don't know
especially
anything.
Corrales.
I
Especially Corrales.
hold on. I don't know anything. What I believe is my opinion. I don't know anything until they get in the ring. A lot of people thought that daggone Jaime McGill was going to walk through the dude with 4 knockouts. We saw what happened with that. Jaime McGill was waking up off the mat.
Hey, D Free, let
I
me ask
don't
you
know anything. I believe that Bud
Hey,
will beat those guys.
hold on. Let me say this. My bad, free. Bernie, yeah, that's what you got to do. Go. It's 2 lives going right now. You in the vertical live. Go to the landscape live. You'll be able to click the link from there, and you'll be able to pull up on the panel. Yeah, you got to go to the other live. That's where links don't populate in the vertical live. Only like the landscape one. Appreciate you, Angie.
I believe Bud will beat him. I don't know that he beat him. I believe he
hey,
will beat
who
him.
got a
I
who got
don't
a
know
better
that he will.
resume? Who got a better resume, Tank or Shakur?
That's the difference. What you believe is your opinion. What you
D
know is
Free,
a fact. You didn't fight him.
D Free, who got a better resume? Tank or Shakur?
Who has a better resume?
Yeah, Tank or Shakur.
I think Tank got a better resume.
You see what I'm saying? He a PBC guy, B for three, B3.
I'm not a
He a
PBC
PBC
anything.
guy. Who got
No,
a better resume?
Shakur got 2 guys on his resume. 2. Williams and Pater and Theo. That's it.
So what
Pedraza,
about
talking
what
to
about Oscar?
Pedraza.
Man,
What up, Bernie? What's up?
What's up,
you talking
Pedraza?
about, you
Fuck
talking
you.
about,
Hold on, wait. Hold on, no, you talking about Shakur.
Yeah.
Shakur got Valdez. Come on now. Now you only got
Aaron.
10 fights. He got Valdez.
no, you talking about drug cheap about it?
Okay. So
What they
he
got to
ended
do with
up
Shakur?
cheating.
That
So
don't
now we
diminish Shakur.
exactly. So
Yeah.
now we got this dude is a hater for real.
No,
We
he
know
is.
he's not. I could just I could
Hold up, hold up. Go one
every
at a time.
everything he's saying. He been talking too much. Now let me talk. He been so the first of all, since we talking about Shakur right now, okay. First of all, Shakur is one of the most avoided fighters in boxing. Let's not put that out. Let's not underestimate that. Shakur is the most underrated boxer and one of the most outspoken boxers of the time. Nobody calls his bluff. Nobody really doubles down on wanting to fight Shakur. Shocking Foster been recently saying it. Okay. He fought at 26. He beat for the title was vacant. He won that. It wasn't nobody at 26. He went to 30. He won the 2 portions of the title at 30. He beat the man at 30. It wasn't no work at 30. He was 1 pound over the weight, and he gave up the title. Beat the fuck out of Conceição, who became a champion. Beat the fuck out of Conceição and went to.
Bernie. Hey,
Oh,
we
my
can't have
bad.
no
My
cussing.
language. My language. My
Appreciate you.
language. My
Appreciate you.
language. Okay.
Okay.
Who beat the stew out of Conceição. He was 1 pound, one little measly pound. He said, I don't care about the pound because he wanted to go to 35 looking for the smoke with Tank. Maybe not the first fight, but he wanted to get his feet wet at 35, see what's going on so the fight can clamor and make the fight happen. That stuff ain't happened. He had to go to 40 because Tank's still doing other stuff for everybody else instead of Shakur. So he had to go to 40 and beat the lineal champion and Teofimo Lopez. So now he's a 4-weight world champion and a 2-time lineal champion and a 1-time unified champion. You
Yeah.
can
So
say
where the
unified now
resume?
because he's at 40 and he got the Ring Magazine, the True Championship with the WBO. Come
I
on
got a
now.
question. I got a question for Bernie.
Wait,
Hold
I
on,
got a
hold on, hold
question
on,
for you,
coach. Hold on,
Bernie.
coach. I gotta referee this. We gotta let D Free to get in on that.
Let's go
Okay.
back. Let's go back to 26 because he said it wasn't nobody there. He wanted to fight with Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington offered him a fight. He decided to move to 130.
Who was Josh
Also,
Warrington?
that's
Who
who
was Josh Warrington?
Shakur wanted to fight. Regardless of how you believe what he is, that's who Shakur wanted to fight.
So what happened?
Josh
Okay, so what
Warrington
happened?
offered him the fight. He moved to 130.
How did he
He
want
moved
the
to 130.
fight, but then the man offered him fight? He didn't take the
He
fight.
did.
Come on.
It is. It's documented. He
All
offered him
right.
the fight. He moved to
Okay, so
130.
listen this.
Okay, hold
So
on.
so
No,
so
you said what you had to say. Then let's move on. He went to one. He
no no
went to
no. Hold on, hold
130.
on. Now let's argue
No,
that
Let him
point.
no,
respond to that,
No
Free.
I
no.
didn't
Free,
say
let
Let's
him
that.
respond to that. Hold on, Free. Free, let him
let's
respond
argue
real
that
quick.
point. No, let's argue that point
I didn't cut
because
you off.
oh
You
my
kept
God.
talking. I didn't cut you off.
Oh my
You kept
God.
talking.
Oh my
So
God. This dude
I'm
don't
going
want
to.
it with me, bro. This man do not want no talking. This dude just talking, bro.
You
He's
were just
still.
talking. I let you talk.
Okay, so listen. So listen what I'm saying. Okay, this is the back of let's talk about that. Let's down each situation. Okay, so you telling me that Shakur wanted to fight Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington said, okay, we'll fight. Then he said, no, I'm going to move up to 130.
Yes.
Okay, and so what is you saying by that?
He didn't want to fight. He
Okay,
said he wanted
so
to fight, but he
so
didn't.
he didn't want okay, so he didn't want to fight Josh Warrington, but he wanted to fight a Teofimo Lopez.
No, you talking about three,
I know,
4
but
years
wait a minute. Let's
later.
put it in
You talking
perspective.
about 4 years
Let's put it in
later.
perspective. You saying basically that he ran away from Josh Warrington. He ran
That's
away
what
from
he did.
Josh
That's not what
Warrington.
I'm saying. That's what he did.
That's what, okay. So he ran
that's
off from
his talking
Josh
point.
Warrington only to go into a fight with Teofimo
He
Lopez.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't go into a fight with Tia.
I'm not saying that he went into a fight with Teofimo Lopez,
He
but
didn't
I'm
go.
trying to say if he would, so
No,
who was?
no. You're not gonna act like he didn't fight Josh Warrington and he went right into a fight with Tio.
I didn't
No, he
say that.
didn't.
That's not what
But
I'm.
that's what you
Chat.
just
Are we
said.
under? Is that what
That's
I'm
what you
trying to
just
say,
said.
Chat? Is that
That-
not what I'm trying to say, Chat? Is that?
that's
That's
what
not
you
what I'm
just
trying to
said.
say. That's
That's what
not
you
what
just
I'm
Premise,
said.
trying to
the
say.
premise. This is the premise. The premise is that Shakur wasn't scared to fight no Josh Warrington. A lot of these fights don't happen because of the business of boxing. Josh Warrington was known to be a matchroom fighter, and Shakur's with top rank. So it at the
But
end of the day, the business got to make sense.
This and at the
Shakur
but
would
same
have put all
time,
he
type
like
of
this
hands on
wait.
though.
Josh Warrington.
Okay, now
We ain't
listen
gonna
to
do
this.
that.
At the
Before
same
you cut
time, it's
cut you
like
off, Bernie.
this. At this,
But the topic was he said we asked him was Shakur resume better than Tanks, and he said that Tanks is better, and we saying
okay.
Shakur got 2 Ring Magazine belts, 4 division champion, but he thinks Tank's resume is better. How?
Okay, now listen. Now let's go on to that. Let's go on to that. Okay. Now Tank got a good resume for some good guys, but let's start off with Pedraza. That's his best win. Okay. Let's talk about that. That was his best win. He was perceived as the underdog in that fight. He came through with flying colors. Since then, he ain't fought no. Santa Cruz was too small. We know that. Santa Cruz was a bantamweight. He started out at bantamweight.
You
He
can
was
say the
never
same
a
thing
hard.
about Shakur. He beat a lot of small guys up.
Okay.
Keep it on.
What small
Call it straight down
guys?
the middle, brother.
What small guys? Okay, Tank started at 30 at 20. He started at 26. He did start at 26 or something like that. He started at 26, but he moved up to 40. This kid, Santa Cruz, could never fight at 140.
Shakur was bigger than T.O. What do you mean, what small guys? He was bigger
When
than
was it?
T.O. And
He
he
bigger
when he
than T.
moved up.
Okay, then what did Tio start out at?
Lead 35, didn't he?
Okay, so Shakur started out at what, 2 weight classes below that, right? He was in the Olympics
Yeah.
at 125, 123, right? Okay. So now, because he's taller than him, or he's just as tall, that means he's been a smaller guy. He's been the smaller guy. Okay?
Again,
He's
too.
been the
Again,
smaller
too.
guy.
Again,
He's
too.
been the
Again,
smaller
too.
guy, or
Again, too.
he's fought the guys that was his size. Because we just said Valdez, Valdez was a 26 pounder when he came in, right? He was a 23 pounder when he was fighting in the Olympics and everything, right? So that's his win at Glenio at one whatever it was. Him and Joette fought in an amateur, so they were about the same weight when he won the fight at 26, right? So then he went to 35. He beat the Yoshino. We don't know where he was at. Okay. He beat Yoshino. He beat Zapata, who was a 35 pounder. So what are we talking about over here? He beat Tio. Keto started out at 135. Okay. And went up to
Some
40.
some some guys are better at cutting weights than others. And the question I wanted to ask you is, in my opinion, there's a difference between the champion. Yeah, guys are moving through all these weight classes because they're starting so low, at a weight class so low that they have to move up. It's a difference between collecting all those belts of different weight classes and staying where you're supposed to fight and becoming a reigning champion. That means having 10, 15, 20 title defenses in your right weight division. Mostly,
Ain't
not just
nobody.
Shakur, but a
But
lot of these guys are fighting 25 pounds out of the weight class.
That's
25. They're not
everybody.
fighting the
That's
right weight class.
everybody. That's everybody. That's everybody. That's everybody you talking about. That's everybody.
That's what I just said. I
All
said,
right,
I
so
said,
then what
we
we
don't, we
talking
don't, in
about?
other words,
That
hear
don't
me
have
out,
no
Bernie.
bearing on nothing.
Bernie, hear me
That
out.
don't,
We don't have any more reigning champions right now because
okay,
these
that
guys
don't
are
got
not
nothing to do
fighting.
with nothing.
They're
That
not
don't
fighting
got
the
nothing
right
to
weight
do with
class.
nothing. And I understand that. So now we switching it. This the thing though. This is what we talking about. Tank's resume. I'm not saying none of these guys. The one thing I want to give Shakur and the one thing I give a Bud is that these guys actually, because I know them, only because I know them and I'm closer to them, I know these guys actively want these fights. Y'all talking about people y'all don't not know, and that's okay. But I'm saying I'm knowing with these guys, and now you gotta understand I'm a boxing historian. I've been following boxing since I was 9 years old. I'm 45. I'm really a historian of boxing. These guys actually want the fights. These guys that we were all talking, that y'all talk, they can have the power to make the fights, but won't make the fights.
yeah,
I got a
They
question for you,
won't
Bernie.
make.
Hold on,
They
hold
have
on,
the.
hold on.
They have
Stop
the.
right there. Hold on 1 second.
They
Hold on one
they
second.
in
Hold
the.
on one
Hold
second.
on. Wait. They're in the
Dang, man, you do
position.
talking too much. You won't let anybody else get a word in, brother.
Go ahead, Coach. Ask Bernie. Go ahead.
Okay, Shakur is at 140. Correct. He's the A side, in my opinion. He has the power to unify and even become undisputed at 140. So why don't he do that? He's trying to go back and forth between two weight classes. I would like to see
Okay.
him fight Gary Antoine Russell.
because
I
he's
would like to
We
see
all
him
want to see
fight the other
that.
guy, the
We
other
all want to
champion at
see that.
140.
We all want to see that. But that remains to be seen yet. Shakur haven't posted his next move yet. He hasn't posted his next move yet. So at the same time, the only fight he truly really wants at 35, and we know that, is Tank. That's the fight that he wants. A Lamont Roach is a good substitute or something like that. But you know the fight that he's looking for is
yeah,
Tank.
he
That's the
gotta
fight
be
he's
right
looking
there.
for. So
He
so
gotta be
so
right there.
so so at the same time, you don't hear Gary Russell screaming for Shakur Stevenson either. You don't hear none of the other guys screaming for Shakur Stevenson either. So you talking about what Shakur doing? You don't hear
What
none of
about
those
strap
guys,
season?
which he
What
is
about
the man,
strap season?
which he is the man. They're not screaming for the man.
What about
And
strap?
Bernie, let me ask you this real quick, Bernie, because I know this like people be getting this mixed up. When Bud was going to 54, didn't he try to fight Tim Tszyu and Fundora, and they was on the PBC in-house stuff.
They turned him down. They turned him down, bro. That's a
Yeah.
fact. They turned him down. Fundora said, because now I'm telling you, bro, I'm not. He told him
It's
no because
crazy. It's crazy.
this
Yeah.
Spence is still more popular than Crawford. I want to fight Spence because he's more popular than Crawford. That's what happened, bro. That's why when Bud fought Madrimov, that was for the Super Championship at 54, the WBA. Why you think they put the WBC and the WBO interim titles on the line? Because he can petition for that, so he can be in the line for the fight. He was undisputed
Right.
champion at 47, right? They stripped him of the IBF before he could even make the Boots fight. He wasn't even he couldn't even make the Boots fight because he was obligated to fight Spence. Nobody knew for forever when if Spence was gonna do the rematch. So everybody was in limbo with that. The IBF hurry up and rushed to judgment and quit him with the IBF. So now he's already the other portion of championship, all the WBC, WBA, WBO. So he fought for basically all those titles at 54. He fought for the number one position for those titles at 54, which which Fendura owned at the time. Bro, he didn't want to fight. Fendura didn't want to fight that man. Every
And what
championship
about
that Bud had, every weight class, he always wanted to go for the number one guy. Every time you never heard him say nothing else. When he went from 40 to 47, he said, I want to fight Pacquiao and I want to fight Keith Thurman. He said to Keith Thurman, they was trying to get him to fight Pacquiao when he fought Diaz. That's all they kept talking about. This is the next fight before Pacquiao. You see Pacquiao didn't want to have nothing to do with him. This is just what did happen. This ain't me making nothing up. When he
And
said,
Bernie,
okay, if I can, so he said, I
he
can't
said,
get him, I want Keith Thurman. Come on, bro.
and he said Tim Tszyu said the same thing on the PBC side.
I don't know necessarily about what happened with Tim Tszyu because he was going for the champion, which was Fedora at the time. So I don't know about Tim
Yeah,
Tszyu. All I know is with the Fedora, who was the champion, who was the man of the division. That's who Crawford wanted to go. Again, like I said, when he was in the press conference for the Diaz fight, or whenever he said, I want to, if I'm moving on, fight Keith Thurman. If I don't get Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to fight Keith Thurman if to go to 47. I think that was still before he beat Ndongo. I don't even think he was worried about the Ndongo thing right then. They was asking him. He said, I want to go for the man. Every time he go up, he go for the man. The man was talking about Crawford's resume. I'm a boxing historian now, and I'm close to the situation. And it's been publicly, this man couldn't get no fights. When he beat Gamboa, Gamboa was a unified champion and a feared guy that couldn't get no fights. Mikey Garcia wouldn't fight him. Abner Morris didn't fight him. None of them guys down there wouldn't fight him. So he was the 35 interim champion because he couldn't get no fights. That's who Bud's first title defense was after he went over there and fought Ricky Burns, who was a reigning champion who had defended his title and a two-weight world champion. That's Bud's first shot at the championship. That's who gave him a shot. He went over to the man hometown, beat a reigning and unified a two-weight champion and beat him easy. Clean. Let me say that. Not easy, but clean. His first title defense is against Gamboa, who all the stuff I just said. Couldn't get the fights with Mike Garcia, couldn't get the fights with Abner Mares, and was a unified champion at 26. Couldn't get no work. That's his moved up to 35, who was the interim champion at 35. Whatever you want to call that. He was had a minor belt at 35. That's who they put in for Bud's first title defense. He beats him with flying colors. Now the man said about Bud getting wobbled. Any man that's getting caught lacking, you can't get wobbled, get Bud known as having a punch, right? Bud had his hands down clearly and was being reckless and got wobbled. That's shame in
Getting
that.
wobbled don't mean nothing, Bernie. All of our favorite fighters been
I'm just,
wobbled once.
I'm just okay. So, but this, I'm
No,
going
no,
on
no,
what this
no. The
man
only reason
said.
we brought that up because you said
I'm
Sugar Ray
logging.
Leonard got dropped. That's the
I'm
only reason we
logging what
brought that up.
I'm logging. I'm logging. All I'm saying, I'm logging in what this man said. He said that, and you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you talking about Crawford with any of them guys, you're not. I don't believe you're really evaluating Crawford in a true way. I think you're biased and
nope.
you kind of hate on Crawford. Yes,
Yeah,
because like I'm saying,
yeah.
you talking about if I'm putting up the pitfalls of Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm saying he got dropped by a guy. Who the fuck was that guy? I think that guy. You know what? I ain't gonna necessarily say it like that because that guy came along and he beat a Roberto Duran. And you know what? I want to put him in a mode of maybe a Tiger Jones.
Hey,
He beat a
Bernie,
comeback Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar
is
Ray
it possible
Robinson.
for anybody else to say anything?
I'm just giving you breaking things down.
No, I'm
Hey,
understand,
hey, hold
man. You
on,
know what I'm
coach.
I
Hold on,
saying?
you
hold on,
can't
hold on, coach.
you
Coach,
can't get mad
hold
at
on.
me
Let me do
going on
this.
my
Hold on,
tirade.
hold on.
You
Let me
can't
say
get mad
this.
at me dropping
Yeah.
facts.
Hold on. Let me say
All
this.
right.
Shout out to Bella pulling up. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Shout
Y'all
out
tap the
Bella.
like button. Follow the channel. Help the channel grow. Put some color in the chat if you can. Right. We building. Appreciate all the members of the channel. And yeah. Hey, let them cook, coach. Let Bernie cook.
They don't want
But
me to do that, bro,
Bernie
because
the Bernie the guest. Yo, let him
I'm
go.
coming
He the
with the
guest.
I'm coming with the true stuff, and nobody likes the truth. That's what I'm trying. Nobody likes the truth. Everybody hates the truth, and I'm
No,
coming
I'm
with
getting
it.
loaded.
No matter if I'm with him or not. I'm that's even better because I'm close to it. I
right.
don't what would I gotta do by fluffing nothing? These are facts. I'm putting out the truth, and nobody likes the truth. That
Bernie, let me
man
ask
was
you more
when
facts.
PBC. You talk about the promotional thing. When PBC put up their welterweight banners, the top welterweights, Crawford was not even on it, and he was a reigning champion. Crawford was not. They had Mikey Garcia, who was not a champion and never was a welterweight champion, and Crawford was not up there for the top welterweights. What kind of stuff
And
is
that's
that telling
crazy.
you?
That's crazy.
What kind of stuff is
And
that telling you? Keith
that's
Thurman
crazy.
publicly said he didn't care about the WBO belt. He didn't want to fight Crawford. Crawford didn't do this. Crawford didn't do that. When Crawford already been a lineal champion and an undisputed champion moving up. And he beat the man that had beat Manny Pacquiao. And he don't want to fight Crawford. Crawford ain't this and Crawford ain't that. When you just now a unified champion, a one-weight champion, and never had, who was your best wins? Come on, bro. Stop it. And so Keith Thurman
And,
didn't fight him. Sean Porter played France forever and wouldn't fight him to the last minute. Earl Spence had every reason not to fight him, ducked him 1,000 times, even though everybody keeps saying Earl Spence that. Crawford can't get no fight. Mikey Garcia said he wouldn't fight him because he was going to run or he was this and he was that. Come on now. So every person that you talk, then you said about Ugas. Man, bro, Ugas did not want that fight. And who was Ugas? True story. Ugas had a Cuban name and he got a win over Crawford in the amateurs. Come on, bro. Who was Ugas? Ugas never looked
Hey, Bernie.
devastating in none of his fucking fights. He gave Sean Porter a great fight. Come on, bro. They
Hey,
overhyping
Bernie.
Ugas because he was a Cuban. He didn't do really
Bernie, look.
nothing else in that ring. He beat an aging Manny Pacquiao after that fact. Aging Manny Pacquiao. Come on, bro. Come on,
Hey,
bro.
Bernie, and
Come
we
on,
were
bro.
saying earlier
So I'm
that
saying
after
Crawford couldn't
Crawford,
get none of them fights at welterweight. And when he got them fights, against Earl Spence, like I say, this man came back, fought Danny Garcia, was a good fighter, watched him, fought a good fight with Ugas, Ugas got caught, got stumbled by Ugas. Okay, had a good fight with Ugas. Okay, came on back, still undefeated, came through with flying colors, beat him down. He was the orbital bone, he was the face breaker, and Crawford took him apart. Can't get the smoke with Fundora. So he like, fuck it, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Fuck it, go for Canelo.
Hey, Bernie, hold on with the cursing.
Which he
Come on,
told
Bernie.
me after the Spence fight,
Bernie. Hey,
a week
Bernie.
after that, called
Come
my
on,
phone and
Bernie.
said, man, I can
I
beat
don't think Bernie
Canelo.
can hear us.
This ain't even Fedora, them ain't even in the said I can beat Canelo. Goes up 3 weight classes, arguably, and has Canelo stood and fought with him,
can you hear me, Bernie?
outboxed him. Come on, bro.
No, he can't. He
Come on,
can't
bro.
talk
And
Nah,
and
this
listen
Bernie
at the
guy
can't
you
hear
same
talking
us.
about
time.
couldn't
He
even
can't
do no
hear
He
him.
shit
can't
like
hear us,
that.
coach.
The way he did it. Come on, man. Y'all better put some respect on Crawford's name, man. Put
Bernie,
some
you can hear
respect on
me?
Crawford's name, man. He would have handled all them guys.
No,
Sugar
no,
Ray Leonard.
no.
Come on, man. Marvin Hagler, Tommy
Hey,
Hearns. You
Bernie,
see what
can
he
you
do
hear
to them
me?
tall boys. Tommy Hearns ain't had no
Bernie.
chin for real. Tommy Hearns gas out
Bro,
for
Jump in,
real.
smoke.
God,
Come on,
man,
man.
Jump
dude,
in,
Burn, you
smoke.
got
Come
to
on, man.
chill,
That's a
dog.
hole.
You got
That's a
Burn, you got
hole.
to chill, man.
That's a window
You
Crawford can
going
take
too far,
advantage of.
bro.
You seen him with against
You
guys
going
like
too far,
Benny
bro.
Vides who had
Hey,
fast
coach,
hands
tell Bernie
and
to
was
go out and
tall.
come back
Come on,
in.
bro.
I don't know, man. I think y'all
Come on,
asking
man.
the wrong
This
question.
man
And
just
Dabo
saying
was
Jump,
anything
undefeated,
hold on,
right
man.
now,
coach. Hold
Had
on,
man.
beat
coach.
champions, had knocked them off, had went to other countries and won his championships. How you going who the champion is? Poster was the most feared. Danny Garcia didn't fight him. Poster was number one guy.
Oh my
Delorme
God.
was a feared puncher. They moved him down at 47. He lost to Abregu, but they moved him down to give him a better chance. Come on,
And
bro.
this
Crawford took
man
him
is
apart.
mentioning Victor Poster and Sugar Ray Leonard in the same sentence.
Come
Really?
on, bro.
But it wasn't like that though. Come on now.
Bernie, you can't. Bernie can't. Can you hear us?
Hello?
You can hear us, Brian?
Damn,
You can hear us, bro?
they
Smoke.
cut me off.
Yeah, I
Nah, Bernie, we can hear you. You can't hear us.
hear y'all. You
We
can
heard everything that you said, and it was
We hear you
diabolical,
cooking,
brother.
Hello?
Bernie.
What happened?
You got to jump. Go out and come back in.
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, he was going off real fast. Like StreamYard just let him do it. Like hey,
What
I
happened?
don't think y'all asked Bernie the right questions.
I want
Hey,
to
we
ask him
can't hear
something.
you.
No, I think
Nah,
we
he
can
just
hear
came up and said Bernie to bury everybody in boxing history. That's what I got from it.
I
I
didn't
guess
hear.
that's what I took from it. Is Terence Crawford
Yeah.
would bury everybody,
Hey,
whoever
hold on,
lays on
hold
the
on. Let me
pair of
say this
gloves.
real quick, coach.
That's what I got from it.
Let me say this real quick, coach. Hey, we created a platform and they still gonna blame us, man. Listen,
Oh
we did
God.
it. We got Bernie on here. He was doing well. We had him not cursing for a little bit, but listen, it's growing pains. We gonna build. Appreciate you pulling us smoke. We listen when you got Coach, when you got Free, when you got Bernie. That's a
That's
tall
the talk.
task to referee.
Uh-huh.
If you got 2 men in the ring, that's one thing. We got 6 in the ring, so we gonna do the best we can. Bernie, we heard everything you was saying. You was cooking. You just couldn't hear us. You can hear us now.
Yeah, I had to tap back in, but yeah, man. Like I say, the thing about it, man. He talk about Mayweather's and this and that. Mayweather had the pick of the litter. They laid it out for Mayweather's. They didn't lay it out for Crawford. Crawford was the most avoid. So you listen when we talking about skill set. Now, if you understand skill set, he talking about Mayweather so smart. You don't think Crawford smart? Everything
I
Crawford done
definitely
done in the
do.
ring, Crawford. You can study Crawford in every which aspect of boxing. That's why you know it great. That's another sign. You can study Crawford, just like you can study Floyd, you can study Bernard Hopkins, you can study James Toney, you can study Andre Ward. A lot of them guys you can't study. You can't study. This guy you can study. So again,
Crawford versus Floyd at 147, Bernie.
man, I'm get Crawford. Crawford the only one that could beat him. And I'm gonna tell you like this because Crawford watch every movie make. He been dying to beat Mayweather his whole fucking life. If I'm gonna be honest, and I never really revealed that, just subconsciously thinking that he been had his eyes on Mayweather forever. As much as he a fan of Mayweather, he always considered Mayweather the best. And you heard him say that. He said that in another thing.
Yeah, he did.
And that's he always see himself as against the best. That's why Crawford and Shakur Stevenson are terrors because they want to see themselves inside with the best. Now, no, I'm not going to fight you for free or give you every single advantage because I want to fight the best. They're not going to do that just to prove that. No, because that's not business, and boxing is a business. But these guys actually really want to fight the best. You get them some guys where they're happy and they're comfortable with everything that's going on and everything. They're going to fight the best. It don't matter who it is. If you make it right for them that where they feel respected, they're going to fight. The other guys, not so much. That's why Crawford and Shakur is the most hated guys in boxing because they actually really look and believe in this shit.
I want to throw Devin and Tank in that too. I don't know why they hate the brothers, but hey, what do I know?
Come on, you already know why. That ain't a question. Go ahead and jump. I know you
I
want to
root for
jump in,
all the
coach.
Tank,
brothers.
Tank. No, listen though. The thing about Tank the thing about Tank is that he's in the $1 million picture and he don't do nothing about it. Okay, we understand. We let him do all the things he did, knock out Santa Cruz, do that great shit, do all that. But the fight is the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah,
He gets upset in an interview because you mentioned guys that he should fight.
yeah.
He talked down on Shakur. Okay, if he don't do this, he not special. Why are you not fighting him? Because
Because they
that's what the
can't do what
public.
they do. They can't
That's
do
what
what
the,
they do.
that's what the public wants to see. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Everybody in their mama in their life gives Tank so much credit. They're feeling about they're not saying that. Shakur praises him about everything. Everybody Crawford praised him. Everybody praises Tank. It's not about if he's that good or not. It's why are you not stepping up to the challenge, bro? Why are you not stepping up to the challenge, bro?
Hey
That's
Bernie, I
it.
got a good one. I got a good one for you, Bernie. Hey,
Go.
you heard Fundora talk, and they asked him, did he want to unify with the winner out of Jerron Anderson and Xander? And
Yeah.
he said that he want to keep it PBC in house, and he not interested in fighting a unification fight against one of those guys. That's
What
like the
it?
same thing that you're talking about right now.
What you mean?
Like, cause
Essentially, Bernie, there is PBC business. You know, the same thing they did with Bud. They want to do in-house fights. They want to be on one side of the
So that's
street.
why Tank. That's why Tank ain't fighting Shakur.
I think it's more so
it
what
gotta
Coach
be.
Calvin said.
Oh, okay.
They don't think
Okay.
he's
He
gonna
can't
Okay.
they didn't
do what
jump
we
in to beat
do.
that style.
Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
nah,
Okay.
that's a big money
Okay.
fight. It's a style thing
So
with that one.
either. Okay. So even if so if it's that, it's still. But okay. Even if it's that, the thing the thing about Tank, like I'm saying, okay, which is sad if you got to be a puppet in any situation. But he gets upset about fighting Shakur. He never even says, I want to fight him. He did say, okay, he on the list of the 6, 7 people I want to fight. The 6, 7 people don't matter because everybody want to see him against. He does not talk like a champion. He's offended when he's challenged. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's
That's
I
my
agree with
knock
that.
on Tank.
That's the same thing with Fundora. Fundora just did the same thing on the post-fight pressers.
And listen, so you know what? I'm not gonna. So you know what? These are the guys that These are the guys that's what I would say ruining boxing because, like I'm saying, so I don't uphold for that. But the guys I'm talking about and the guys I feel that I'm passionate about, these guys exude all the things that you want in a fighter, in a champion, and that's what I'm on. That's what I'm about. Not none of the foolishness. And the thing about Devin Haney now, the thing about
What
I'm
about
not
Devin
knocking
Haney? I
Devin
was just
Haney.
about to ask you. What about Devin Haney?
I'm not knocking. I'm thinking, okay, if Ryan Garcia don't want to do what he's supposed to do, because when you mess up, you have to prove beyond a doubt. That's the foot you stepped your shit in. You excuse my language. You stepped your foot in that doo doo. So if you're not willing to do that, then if I'm Devin Haney, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, listen, I gotta know this. This man just wronged me. in front of millions of people. He wronged me. He's a cheater. He's been caught. I gotta know everything about this guy. If he don't want to do that, that's not Devin Haney's fault. So the thing about Devin Haney, okay. So that's it then. That's his only thing. Other than that, like I said, Devin Haney needs a huge fight. He haven't had a huge fight yet. Lomachenko was a good fight, but everybody know Lomachenko was more of a. It wasn't a clamor for a fight. It was a testament to see where his skill level had rose. It was all them other intangible things that it wasn't a super fight. Now the fight with Keyshawn, that's a super fight. That's the super fight. The Ryan Garcia, that's a get back fight. I wouldn't say it's a super fight in the sense of the talent.
Down in the kitchen.
But the super fight is with Keyshawn because they both high level boxers. That's the super fight. So if
Can I-
Break that fight down. Break that fight down for us, Bernie.
Keyshawn can make a lot of super fights with a lot of guys.
Of
Damn,
course,
Yeah,
Coach.
Keyshawn can
That's a
make a
fact.
super fight with a lot of guys. We
Yes,
got
he
we got a
can.
lot of friends in boxing. So right now,
Yes,
you can't make a fight with your friend and stuff like that. We seen Errol Smith and Jamel Charlo. They were freaking stable mates. Now all of a
Okay.
sudden the Jamel's at his neck.
Okay, but hold on now. Wait a minute now.
I got some for that. For
You
that.
can't
For that
put
though.
to it. You can't. You
Beat somebody first yourself.
Yeah, that's all. That's all Jamil.
you
That's all Jamil want. Go ahead.
you
Go ahead. Bernie.
you listen. The thing, these guys, Shakur, they what and Keyshawn is not just stablemates. Did you hear what they said? They're not just stablemates, sir. They live, they breathe, they cry together about the deepest
And
shit
pray.
in life. Okay, I don't know if Charlo and them never shared that bond. They never even appeared to have that bond. These guys have actually, they're brothers, bro. That's a whole nother level, family.
They
Sometimes
grew
you
up
gotta have a
together.
little respect now.
They grew up together,
Yeah,
Bernie.
They're not biological. I
absolutely.
understand they ain't biological brothers though, but I hear you, man. You know the play cousin thing, cool.
That's
Understand
not
that.
play cousin. That's not so you don't have nobody that you wouldn't that's not your blood that you wouldn't give a fuck about, and to a certain extent that you don't even love or care about more than your actual blood. You don't have nobody like that.
I do.
You don't have
I do.
nobody like that.
I
Blood
do.
is blood and
I
water is
do.
water.
I
You
do.
know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
do. I gotta be real
I
with
do.
you.
And Bernie, hold on, wait. I just want to say this. I asked him the same question.
I'm asking you.
No, no,
I can't
I'm
hear you. I
asking.
said
Let me. Now he asking coach. He asking coach.
I'm asking you. You don't have nobody outside of your family blood related that you're blood related to, that you're that close enough to, that you feel like they're family and you would never do anything to go against them.
I don't believe that participating against somebody in a boxing match is detrimental. It's a combat sport. It's competition. Like I said, if we sparred together for free, we beat each other up for free. Why
That's
can't we do it for
practice.
millions?
That's not beating each other. That's practice. That's sharpening your skill.
Well, you know, same thing, man. Like so, we in the same
It's
business,
not the
man. You
same
know,
thing.
Like
Sparring and boxing.
Mike
So
Tyson said, friends help
sparring is a fight.
friends.
Sparring is a fight.
Okay,
Sparring is the same thing as fighting.
it's
So
like
we get as much. We
say
get as much. We get as much.
can't say anything.
We get.
I'm gonna
We get.
fall back. I can't even
We
answer.
get.
I'm
Do
gonna
we
fall
get as much?
back. Go
I'm
ahead,
asking you a question. Do you get as much credit for
I'm
sparring
trying
than
to
you do
answer the
with fighting?
question and you won't even let me talk, bro. I say 3 words and you jump right in, man.
You said what you said. Now
Okay,
respond to
I'll
what
give
you
you a
said.
1-word answer. No. So now go ahead and continue.
All right. So you lying. So you lying.
Hey,
So you lying.
hey, hey,
So you
Bernie.
lying.
Bernie the mind reader. You know it. You know it all. Go ahead,
Let
brother.
me
So
say
you
this.
don't
Let me
got
pivot.
nobody
Hold
that
on,
close
coach.
to you. You don't have nobody that close to you that you wouldn't go against them in no situation.
I'm talking about in boxing, bro. I ain't talking about in any situation. I'm talking about in the
Okay,
boxing
so
ring.
now in boxing, can you die in boxing? Can you get injured hurt in boxing? You don't have the headgears on then, like in sparring. You don't have the big
You
gloves
already
on
know
like
that.
you
You
do in
already know the
sparring.
answer to that. You already know the
Right,
answer
so
to that.
exactly. So shut your ass up. Just
Who are
shut
you
up.
talking to? You can't talk to me like
Hey,
that,
hold
man.
on,
You
hold
need
on,
to
hold
show
on,
some
hold on,
respect.
hold
You've been
on,
highly
coach.
You gotta
disrespectful,
have
Bernie. I don't
water.
care who you are.
Let's do
You
this.
ain't
Yeah,
no
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah,
this.
celebrity,
yeah.
bro.
I ain't
Coach.
Talk to
nobody.
anybody any way you want
I
to,
don't
man.
give a
That ain't
fuck
cool,
if I'm
bro.
a celebrity,
Hold
nigga.
on,
You
hold
don't
on,
let
That
a
hold
ain't
on.
celebrity
cool,
talk to
man.
you.
That ain't
We can't
cool,
do that.
Bernie.
We can't do
Talking
that,
about
That
coach.
ain't
Coach.
cool,
celebrity.
Bernie.
I ain't no
I don't
celebrity. I'm
care,
Bernie.
bro. That's not
See,
cool, Bernie.
you all right. You right. You right. You right.
Yeah, Burn. Come
Yeah.
on, Burn.
You right.
Hey,
We
You
now
right.
rock
you
with
good.
you.
Now you good,
I
Brian. Let me ask you
apologize.
this.
My
He
bad.
apologized. He apologized. We good.
Yeah,
We
we
Okay.
good.
chilling.
We
I love
moving
that.
on. We
Hey, that's
moving
how we
on.
doing
I
B3SPN.
just
We
don't like
limited
when
cussing.
people
We want
try
to
to
respect, man.
antagonize me,
Let's
bro.
go.
Stop playing. The fight with Keyshawn and Shakur is not that
Bernie,
serious,
Bernie,
bro.
Bernie, with all due respect, Bernie, you have said
Ah,
a whole lot with no rebuttal. A lot of things are inflammatory, a lot of things that we don't agree with, but we let you rock. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you, let you get your rocks off, man. That's all I'm saying, brother. Just cause you come up here speaking like you speaking the gospel, like you carrying the Bible in your hand, man. Nobody else don't know nothing, man. That's how you
okay,
coming
you
across,
taking it
brother.
like that, but every time I say something, you don't have no real true nothing to
Bro,
justify
I ain't
nothing.
saying nothing. Sit back and listen to you for 20 minutes. I said very little.
Man,
I ain't
I
said
listened to
nothing.
everything you said. I responded to what you
Nah,
said.
really,
Then I
really,
then
really
I
started
beat
with
you. Then I
DJ.
say 1,000 things to make my point. You don't say nothing to make your point.
Okay, then. Well, whatever, man.
Exactly.
But
Hey,
moving
I'm
Bernie,
on,
like
I
a
gotta ask you
lawyer.
B3.
about this. Hold on, let's pivot real quick.
Yeah.
Go
That
ahead.
Keyshawn versus Devin fight. How you like that fight? How you see that fight playing out?
I think it's a great fight, man. I'm saying it's a super fight. These
Mm-hmm.
guys are both young. They both very talented. That's the super fight. That's a fight, like I'm saying. That's. I was just thinking this too, though. I was gonna talk it on my show, but I tell it on your show. It's just like this. It's just like when Fernando Vargas and all them guys fought Felix Trinidad. They was all young killers, young upstarts. They was young. They was too advanced for their age. David Reed, Fernando Vargas, and what's the other kid they put with him? Okay, it probably was just them two. Fernando
Yeah.
Vargas and David Reed. They was one was a gold medalist. Fernando Vargas was a young guy who was beating up all the older guys from a
He was
young
in there.
age.
He was in there too young with Tito.
He was in there too young with Tito. I understand that,
Mhm.
but he gave a hell of gave a hell of a fight though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
He rumbled.
he was like, perceived to do that. You know what I mean? Like they gave him a chance to win that fight. I mean, Trinidad a killer, of course. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying these guys were, like I say, where like a Keyshawn is at. Like they move fast. You know what I mean? They perceive to be able to do they able to do them fights. That's a
Hey,
fight to do.
Price, can you hear me?
So I think that's a
Yeah.
great fight. I think that's a great fight.
Okay. Hey,
I can
Bernie.
hear
And
you.
not only that, but the talking been about it.
Hey, Bernie. They
Damn.
saying
Hello?
that after years.
Bernie, we can hear
I
you. Can
can
you hear me?
hear you.
Smoke. See if you can.
Bernie,
See if Bernie can hear you. Smoke.
Bernie. Hey, Bernie, can you hear me?
tell them to
He
go
got to
back out
go
and
out
come
and
back
come
in.
back
She
in.
keep
Yeah,
going out.
he don't hear nothing. Cause like I had a totally different question for Bernie, but y'all seem to be going back and forth on some other
I'm gonna let
shit.
you go when he. I'm gonna let you go when he go back. I'm gonna let you
Word.
go.
I had
Go
a
ahead
totally
when
different
he come
question for
back.
him. Like hey, you gotta tell him to pop back
What
in.
happened,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
What's
We
going
can.
on, man?
I'm
It's
about to say that.
Streamyard, Bernie. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Streamyard.
So if you can't hear us, just go out and come back in. We're gonna be here because we can hear you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you gonna
That's
ask? What you gonna
nasty
ask
work,
him?
stream, y'all. We gotta do better. I got a laptop running, but I got the phone too. But I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's
He might have got a phone call.
Nah, it's StreamYard.
I
yeah.
want to ask him what they trying to get that Jan back fight. That's what I want to ask him.
Of
Well,
Follow
course.
him
Go
back,
ahead. Go
man.
ahead. Go ahead and jump in on that Janet Beck question phase, and then we want to smoke the
Hey,
other.
Bernie. I was
Go
gonna
ahead, go
ask,
ahead.
like they always saying they want Terence Crawford to do more. 3 times undisputed.
Yeah.
After he even beat Canelo, I see what I was seeing was he was still trying to fight Janabek at 160. Was there any truth to that?
I think he wanted to do that. I think he wanted to do that. Bud is a fighter. Bud is a champion. I think he wanted to do that, but like you said, once him and old boy it messed it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
He
messed it
couldn't
up.
because he could have because I think old boy was he gonna be fighting Laura or something?
Laura.
Right?
Yeah, we got to
Laura.
fight
Yep.
Laura.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
then so at the same time, even if it wasn't gonna be undisputed, they would have been fighting for the Ring magazine. The winner
Exactly.
out of Janet Beck and Laura, that would have
Laura.
been the Ring Magazine champion. So that
Exactly.
would have put Bud in a rare space with having 5 Ring Magazine championships. So even if it wasn't undisputed with all the other titles, that'd have been it would have been for the Ring Magazine championship and the king of the division. You feel me? So he
Yeah.
might
Man.
not have had the other 2 belts, but he would have been the king of the division and the lineal champion of the division. So I
And,
think he
and
wanted to do
Janabek
that,
messed
but
it up because what? Janabek popped
He
30
popped
or something like
dirty.
that.
Carrier, what do you
yeah,
Popped
mean?
30.
yeah,
Yeah.
Where you been
Yeah.
at,
And
Janabek
Carrier?
they
popped 30.
stripped. Now he's stripped. He never
Yeah,
fought
he
Laura.
stripped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
So he
and
ain't
done.
and
technically
and
done.
Adonis and Lara won't never fight. So you got to forget. They keep
Yeah,
trying
they got the
to
same
forget
coach.
about Adonis,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got
but
the same
you know what I
trainer.
mean. For to get that
Yeah.
ring magazine championship, but like I say, man, Bud. The thing about Bud is that he's shown everything in the ring, and this guy was the most avoided and hated and blackball fighter in recent history. You got to put some extra points on there for that. To be able to accomplish all this stuff, to beat all the rumors and the lies, because it was all propaganda. Everything that they said about Crawford was propaganda.
Mm.
That he wasn't never a draw. That he not this. That he not that. That was all just
Yeah,
put in
I
the
ain't care
papers.
about none of that. I just
No,
like the way
no,
he
no, no,
rumbled.
no. But this is the stick that been put on Crawford. And
Yeah.
so now, because now it's just like it ain't just this ain't just nothing new that Crawford. It's just that the people are accepting of him now because they couldn't the propaganda could no longer have no
I
it
couldn't beat him,
couldn't
Bernie.
they couldn't hide the propaganda they couldn't there was no base to the propaganda, there was no proof in the propaganda, so that's why
Yeah.
they couldn't this Crawford, the door is open now. But Crawford always been a draw. Everywhere he went, his tickets sold. Everywhere he went, his viewership was up. Everywhere he went, he tried to fight the best. Every time he went out there, he put on excellent performances. Every time he went out, he went past and above and beyond in flying colors. You cannot hate on Crawford in
No,
no
no,
way,
facts.
shape, or form.
Hey, Bernie, when Charlo went and fought Canelo, and then Bud was moving up. Do you think his performance was the reason why he didn't want to fight Charlo no more? Or why did he not want to fight Charlo no more after Canelo fight?
Because Charlo went in there and laid an egg.
Right. That it's as simple as that, Bernie. He
Yeah.
pretty much blew the opportunity and he was no longer undisputed at 154. So
Yeah, so
it
they
was no
stripped him as
point.
soon as he
He
went to the
went,
ring, B3.
he performed
Yeah.
so bad. He performed so bad. And I think he tried, but he performed so bad it's almost like this. I don't want to get too far off topic. The Pacquiao Mayweather fight was not a good fight when you first watched it because you expected something else. But when you
Mhm.
watched it again, be like, oh, that's a pretty good fight. It was a good fight. Now,
It
the
Mhm.
wasn't
thing with
bad.
Charlo was this. We expected Charlo to go up there and actually try to fight. So when we looked at it, like, this nigga laying an egg. But if you go back and watch it, he did okay. He did okay. But
Yeah, he put the
because
first six rounds, Bernie, but when he got hurt, then he kind of
He
shelled
kind of
up.
put his hands in his pocket
right.
after he got knocked
Yeah.
down.
Right. Okay, so at the same time, he performed so badly that the sanctioning body just stripped him of the belts. He performed so badly. No,
They
for real.
stripped him
He
before
performed
he
so
walked down. One of them
he
sanctioning bodies stripped him.
he didn't get a chance. I've been speaking on his behalf lately because, like I say, he proved he was a dog at 54 and everything like that. And he deserved more than the way they treated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he performed so bad that's so Crawford didn't have nothing to do with
Let me
that.
just say this real quick, and Smoke got a question for you, Bernie. But see, the thing about it is, Jamel had got stripped for the WBO, and they elevated Tim Zoo. And
Yeah.
Crawford wanted to fight Tim Zoo, but Tim Zoo decided to stay on PBC business and fight Keith Thurman. And then
Mhm,
Keith Thurman, of course, fell out of the fight. Fondora got inserted into the fight. That was the first fight, Amazon Prime Video.
mhm,
And Fondora stepped up, and of course he beat Tim Zoo, without that blood and everything. And then of course
mhm,
Fondora decided that they was gonna move around Crawford and try to
mhm,
fight Errol Spence, who had been inactive.
mhm,
So
mhm.
that's just really was the timeline. I just want to put that out there for the public. Go ahead,
Uh,
Smoke. I know you
uh,
had some
but Charlo didn't want it with Crawford. You heard him even in the thing. I'm gonna listen to you, Smoke, and I apologize again because sometimes I get just too upset. But
It's all
listen,
right, bro.
no, I'm sorry. But listen, so the thing about it, even when he was talking to James Harden, did you hear him? He didn't even sound like he wanted it with Crawford, man. Don't nobody want it with Crawford, man. Crawford a nightmare, and that's just it. Okay, go ahead.
All right, no, I had a question like that's like I had been saying to a couple of my guys from Omaha about you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I said to my boy Cam, and I said it to Boom too. I said that because how many professional fights do you have? This
I only had 3 professional
okay?
fights,
They're 9 years apart, right?
9 years apart. Yeah,
Cool. Boom. I seen 2 of them on your last 2 was on ESPN.
they was on the undercard of Bud. No,
Yes,
that
sir.
was HBO. I was
HBO.
on HBO undercard. Yeah, and they
Okay.
on my
Yeah.
YouTube page.
Yeah. Okay. Now, What I'm saying is, right, a lot of people feel like the way Keyshawn fought, they couldn't see that style. But when I saw just your 2 fights, I said that Keyshawn, maybe Bomac was training him to be you 2.0. Is there any truth to that, or that is
No,
it any
no,
kind
no, 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 no. You know, Crawford, if I could say is I would say Crawford is me 2.0. You know, Crawford studied me a lot in the gym and a lot of stuff that I did, Crawford you know, emulated a little bit, you know, so you know, I always had a flash and a pizzazz in the gym, in the ring. You could see that. I was a top amateur. I had a lot of promise. I was a promising boxer, but I was a gang member, I was a dope dealer, and other things outside of the business part. So I had a lot going on as to why I didn't pursue more or go further in my quest as a fighter. But
now? That's
the
just me,
thing
Bernie.
about
I
the
was just
thing
saying
about
that.
Keish,
I was just
go
saying
ahead.
that, like a lot of, like, when I see Keyshawn,
Mm,
because those 2 fights that you did, those guys got their ass whipped. I'm just
yeah.
saying, he looked a lot more like you than Bud did. Just to me. That's just to
Okay.
me.
I
It
think
looked
Yeah.
a
Keyshawn
lot
looks like
more.
himself.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Yeah.
but I want y'all to go check those 2 fights.
I seen brother Bernie box before. I
That's
know
just
who
me
he
though.
is
That's just me.
Yeah.
Hey, Bernie.
Yeah.
because he
Go
was
ahead.
on them Bud cards. So that's
I,
I watched the whole card. So that's when I
I
was like, oh
I
shit.
noticed I noticed when Keyshawn got with y'all that he turned Super Saiyan. He started to catch slip. He was hitting harder. He looked more in shape. He was cut up. What like how was what was y'all doing to Keyshawn make him, go up? And one thing I was worried about with Keyshawn too, like after he departed from y'all, I didn't know like if his performances was gonna keep being what they was, because I felt like y'all put
Damn.
him together.
What happened?
You in there? You hear us?
What happened?
You can hear me,
Go out,
Bernie?
Nope.
What happened?
He got a
go
call
out
or
and come
text
back
message.
in.
He got a
Dang.
call or text message. One
You
of the
probably
two.
got a call or a text, Bernie. Go out and
Yeah.
come back in.
Turn it up.
This is nasty work, StreamYard.
It's the phone, man.
I,
That's why I
I
tell you
been
don't
I
do it
been
on the phone.
I been wondering about
No,
that Keyshawn thing, man. They did something with They worked Keyshawn hard, man.
I
That's
say
really
no,
what it is.
carrier.
Bernie can't hear us, can you? Bernie.
Mm-mm.
Nah, he can't hear us. Go out and come back in, Bernie.
But he can
Trees, what's
rumble though.
happening?
He can rumble though, carrier.
What up, though? What up, though?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you, Bernie.
What
Yeah.
Okay.
up, Toledo?
Well, no, you know, no, Keyshawn bad dude. He go to the body like me. I'm a left hooker to the body, and
Mhm.
he does that well. So I love Keyshawn. Keyshawn is a bad dude, and I think we had the best team in boxing. I think we all got a different way of looking at boxing, but it all coincides to the same thing at the end, at the center, and I think that's what makes us the best in boxing. But Keyshawn is a dynamic fighter, and I think you don't. He just like a guy you got to wind up and just send him out there. I think he knows what to do in the ring. He's very aware about everything in that ring. He's very confident in his abilities. He has great attributes, and so I just think Keyshawn, he's like a Bud for real.
Hey, hey,
He's in that situation
hey,
where you just need
what
to put the water on his head for real,
Hey,
and
Bernie,
remind him of some things. But other
I'm
than
gonna
that,
keep it. I'm
Right.
gonna keep it real, carrier.
he's
You
a
know that.
natural fighter.
Hey, Bernie, what's your thoughts on
Could
Devin?
y'all hear
Like,
me? Could y'all hear
yeah,
me?
Yeah.
we hear you,
Oh,
Bernie. Can
okay.
you
Yeah.
hear
All
us?
right,
Yeah. He
cool.
good. We good.
you
All right.
hear us,
Go ahead,
Bernie?
three. Go ahead, three.
Hey, Bernie, what's your thoughts on Devin possibly working with Bud and Bo Mac? Do you feel like that could ever happen, or is there something that will probably cause that not to work out?
Yo, what's up? What we talking about?
Oh, he can't
Oh,
hear us.
okay. We can't
What
Bernie,
we
you can't
doing,
hear
man?
Can't,
us.
you can't hear us.
Yeah, he can't hear us. Hold
What
on.
we doing, man?
Hold on, Bernie. Go out and come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this nasty work.
I want Devin Haney to work with Bo Mac. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
would be
that's what I'm
dope.
talking about. I want to get that on record.
Yeah.
We want that.
Yeah, yeah. Let's put that on record, man.
That would be dope combo.
Yeah,
You know he
let
gonna
me drop
start.
the link again
What
just
would
in
be
case.
dope, man? I can't hear nothing. What y'all doing?
Hey yo, tell Bernie. Somebody can hear
Go
Bernie.
out
Tell
and go
Bernie.
Hey,
back in.
Bernie, go out and come back
All
in,
right.
Bernie. Go out and come back in. Yeah, he heard us. Yeah, tell him that, B3. Yeah, yeah. And you know Bill open to it too. You know Bill open to it.
Man, come on, man.
Bill
We
gonna
need
line
that.
it up. Yeah.
Well, Bud, for what I've seen and heard, Bud is fond of Devin.
Yeah, he
So
looked good.
Bud working with Bud, Devin working. Hey, Bernie, that's what we want to get you talk
Go ahead, go ahead.
about any potential with Devin working with Bud and Bo Mac and y'all's team with Red and and Coach Spice. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Is there any potential of that in the future?
Like I say,
What-
Bud and Devin got a good, relationship. They had a good, whatever. And
Yeah,
Bud counsels the youth.
yeah,
But I don't know about Bud. He's a counselor. He doesn't train fighters. He just
right.
offer his advice. But no mention of Devin coming to work with us. But I think that anybody that we work with, we can enhance them. It's not no fighter in the universe that this crew couldn't enhance. So
Would you be
I
open to
think
that, Bernie? You think you and the team would be open to working out with Dev?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's a hard
Hey,
worker, and I think he wants
hey.
to. I think he wants to achieve all the things that he says. It's just about going about it. But nah, I think so. Yeah, I'll be to work with him. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Now, what's your
that's
thoughts on that
awesome, bro.
Rolly matchup, Bernie? Is that a fight you feel like Devin could potentially lose, or do you foresee Devin outclassing Rolly?
Yeah, definitely gonna win, man. That's the thing. I think he's gonna be hard to beat right now. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be hard to beat right now. I think he's gonna be hard to beat, just like Fandora. You come back from them devastating losses, or that humiliation or whatever you went through,
Hmm.
and even though he's shown his pedigree, So now I think now, like I say, he didn't learn a lot now. He didn't been through it, and he is able to come back. That's power. To be able to know that you can go to them lows and come back, that's power. So I think that nah, man, he's gonna be good, man. He's gonna be hard to beat Devin. I don't think Rolly could touch him, and I don't think Rolly really wants that fight. I just my opinion. I don't think really wants that fight. I think he'd rather milk the championship. It's good to be champion. You know, it's
And that's
good
a
to hold
fact.
on to the title to for other things to go on. Because maybe he might get the Ryan rematch, and that's a easier fight for him, Then he'll be at a chance for two titles and make big money. So,
And
you
B
know.
and B3, you just seen that the guy that was supposed to be Rolly's mandatory got a fight now. What,
Which
Giasov?
Giasov is fighting Catterall. They
He
fighting
got
on
a
that
fight now.
that
So
Usyk card. Yeah,
he
yeah.
Yeah.
So
out there
that'd be
trying to
good.
fire now. Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah. So
Bernie, right now, who the number one fighter in the world in your opinion?
man, Bam Rodriguez.
Mm.
Bam
Over
Rodriguez.
Shakur?
Yeah, Van Rodriguez the best fighter in the world right now. Now, don't y'all take no title and take all this stuff and say, "Oh, Bernie picked Bam over Shakur" because I don't want no
I got you.
trouble.
Nah, you
Because
my
it's
man.
not,
I want you to
it's
come back to the platform. We ain't doing
it's
that.
not, it's not, it's not like that. This is just part of the conversation. They don't even know clickbait, no titles or nothing. Please, but in my opinion, like I say, I think Bam he does everything. I like Bam. Bam is to me the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now.
I
What?
hear we talking about all these
Over
lighter
Usyk?
weight. I hear we talking about all these lighter weight guys. I gotta ask, like, do y'all have any heavyweights in y'all stable? And if so, like, what do you think we need to do to enhance our American heavyweight division around yonder? I'm in Toledo, Ohio. I got an invested interest in my guy Jared Anderson. So
Well, he
I'm
with
curious.
us. He with us, and he looking good and he feeling good.
Okay. So y'all,
Yeah.
what you think about that May 9th fight? I'm very intrigued with that. He on the undercard at Fabio Worley and Daniel Dubois.
He gonna look spectacular. I'm telling you, he with us right now. See him every day. He
Okay.
looking good. He gonna look spectacular. He's happy. He's motivated, and I never seen him this happy. From being around, I never seen him this happy.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Well, out of curiosity, what's one thing that y'all was working on in particular? Moses Saitama just had a hell of a performance, by the way. So to me, it's imperative that we look very impressive.
He work. We working on everything. We working on
Okay,
everything. He do everything good anyway. We just trying to enhance it a little bit. That's it. He do everything good. Jared Anderson is a freak nature athlete to be as big as he is. He got a good punch selection. I mean, like I say, this guy could be the best in the world at heavyweight if everything lines up the way it should. He got the talent to be that, to be the best heavyweight in the world, to be the heavyweight champion of the world. and be a champion with somebody that want to watch and somebody that they can grab a hold to. He got the charisma. He got a good fighting style. I'm telling you, this guy could be everything if you know what I'm saying, and he got the age right now. If we could just if we just keep it together,
Yeah,
which we all could, we all could be better if we just keep it together. You know, so I'm just saying that as a general reference. But if he can keep it together, you know what I mean. This guy got all the potential in the world.
he a good fighter for real. He a real good fighter.
Yeah, you know, like I say, man, Toledo, Ohio, man, we in the building. That's all I need to hear. Like I say, I know exactly what you mean by keeping it together. So, yeah, that's very imperative. What you think about that? Since we on the bigger bodies, what you think about that David Benavidez and Zerto fight? Out of curiosity.
Uh, a good fight. You know, Benavidez is in his quest to try to keep going in it. You know, good fight. But I want to see Benavidez. Okay, it's a good fight. But we want to see Benavidez against Better BF and Bivol. That's the fight. You know,
Really?
That's it.
the good
That's
boxing
it.
motherfuckers. The good
That's
boxing
it.
motherfuckers.
Devo
So,
didn't like he wanted to fight, Bernie. He
That's what I
seemed
was
like
just about. Yeah, they seem like they
seemed
seem
like
they trying to lock
Devo
in
didn't
the
want to
trilogy
fight.
or something. Like they moving around from Benavidez. It seemed like. So I'm not mad at him.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And Benavidez, he accepted them belts too quick. See, I don't like that. He accepted WBA and WBC belts. Nah, that's trying to get rid. No, make these dudes fight you, bro. No, don't accept no belt. The belt is good, but you don't need no belts. You got a name. When you got a name, you don't need no damn belt all the time. When your name is big, your name bigger than the belt.
Yeah.
You don't need them belts. Now you walking around with them fake ass light heavyweight belts. Nigga, please.
I mean, don't you
You
got to
didn't
use
win.
that as leverage to get your man to get one of them guys in the ring though?
Hell no, because they held the goddamn belts. I'll just be the number one contender. Shit. Be the number one contender. Just be the number one contender. Fuck.
I mean, I'd rather be the champion than the number one contender. No offense.
You can't be the champ unless you beat the champ.
Hey, them guys seem like they not an opportunity to beat on.
Yeah, it seemed like Bevo didn't want no parts of Benavidez.
That's what I
You
thought
gotta, you
too.
gotta,
I
you
thought
gotta
that
keep,
too.
you gotta keep beating down the door, son. You gotta keep beating down the door, son.
I mean, he
You
tried
gotta-
that with Canelo, and we seen what happened. So
Yeah, he
he
ran.
himself into a corner
Yeah, he tired of
at
He
some
tried
point.
to
I feel
take
like he
advantage
got
of
to.
a welterweight and got punished for it.
Nah,
Yeah.
he didn't. He didn't. Nah, he wasn't trying to be with Canelo. He was just talking. He would have did it different.
No, I'm talking about Bud Crawford. He tried to
I
he
know.
ducked
I'm
Benavidez.
saying. I know what you're saying, but Benavidez didn't really want it with Canelo.
Why
If
you
he
say
didn't
that?
want
What
it,
make you
How
say
so?
that?
if he wanted it, he would have went about it a certain way. He went about it the wrong way. He went about it the wrong way. He talking good, but you know that ain't how you treat a champion. That ain't how you treat a legend.
Oh man,
That ain't how you.
Uh,
That ain't.
it's
That ain't.
biased. I ain't trying to hear that.
That
but
ain't how you. That
I'm
ain't how
not gonna
you.
lie. That was my whole issue with Devin Haney because everybody up here knows that I said I didn't want Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia in the first place. I didn't like that he took that fight. Like I was under the impression if Canelo get to say that, oh, this guy is disrespecting me, he don't deserve. I feel like Devin Haney was in the same position. This guy Ryan Garcia is disrespecting me. He acting like he trying to
No.
sabotage the fight. You
And
shouldn't be in the
listen.
ring with a guy like that.
And listen. And listen. Hold on. Hold on. I just talked to the people yesterday that told me they tried to get him not to take that fight.
See, I was on to something. I was on to
True
something.
story. They was trying to get him not to take that fight.
Do you think that that's damaged Devin Haney's trajectory so far? Because it seemed, in all sincerity, it seemed like he's scrambling. Right? I ain't gonna lie. It seemed like he kind of scrambling. I got
No,
guys telling me that.
no, Ryan don't
Nah,
want it no more, dude. Devin Haney about to be stronger and everything, dude. Ryan Garcia don't want it with Devin Haney, bro.
nah, he don't.
That's gonna end this fucking hype train, boy. You know he hyped up off of this shit.
Of
He ain't
course.
trying to.
Hey,
Hell no.
He
Cause
just
hey,
got
Devin,
smoked by Rolly, so I don't got
man,
no. I think Devin
yeah,
would beat him up.
Devin gonna beat his ass. Devin got
Yeah,
so much vengeance for this guy. Devin gonna fuck this. That's why he
he
trying not to do the.
humiliated him.
He just why he trying not to do the doping shit. He don't want to test, bro, because he's fucking
Try
terrified. He
not to
don't want.
try not to cuss so much, Uncle
Oh, excuse
Vern.
my language. Excuse my language. He don't want that hype. He don't want to lose his hype, man. He don't want to lose that
Yeah,
hype,
for
man.
sure. He just got his first belt too,
Man,
Bernie.
he trying to ride that forever, bro. He don't want
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just like even the thing when he said about Shakur. So I'm sick of people quoting him anyway. Because listen to this. He's saying stuff that don't make no sense, and he don't even mean it. So stop quoting it. Like I say, he said he will go down to 40. Why would you go down to 40 when he said you can make 44? When y'all can agree on 144? That don't make no sense.
I'm with you.
Hey. One thing about
All that talking, just full of stuff.
you
He don't
think
want it with Devin.
do you think
I
Devin
don't
should
think he wants no smoke with Dev.
No.
Hey Bernie, you think Devin should like I feel like Devin should do like what Bud was doing at 147 and just knock off every #1 contender and just kind of like build up his experience and build up his name so that when he gets in big fights he handles himself well. What you think
I
about
think
that?
I think so too, because the
I think so
welterweight
too.
division kind of dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to glow up, call out Keyshawn, because Keyshawn been doing all that talking. So go get Keyshawn. That's the fight. That's the super fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
not
a
gonna
super
lie.
fight.
I would like to see Devin give Tiger Johnson an opportunity. Like I said, I'm from Ohio. I'm a little biased, but hey, I would like to see Tiger Johnson get an opportunity with that fight.
Tiger ain't ready yet.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, man. I think Tiger. I think we sleeping on Tiger a little bit.
Do you
I
train?
heard a lot of people
You train
disrespecting
boxers?
my guy.
Do you train boxers?
No, I don't. But I'm in the
All
gym.
right.
I've seen guys.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
he get better with every
Okay.
fight, though.
Yeah, he's not ready for Devin Haney yet.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're training Tiger right now.
So you don't. Okay. So
Let's
So
go.
his next fight gonna be in Ohio, and B&B will be in his corner.
Let's go.
Okay. Well,
That's
breaking
what I'm
news.
talking about
That's
right
breaking
there.
news. That's breaking news.
And so the coach is telling you the young bull ain't ready. I rock with Tiger though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a fighter, but
Man, of
getting in
course.
there with Devin Haney, that's another beast, bro.
But
Yeah.
but that's my. If he's not ready now, then when will he be?
He's
Maybe in
only
a
got
year or two.
15 fights. God damn.
Come on now.
He ain't even fought an
Maybe give him a
ex-world
year or two.
champion yet.
That's still young, cuz.
He
Right.
He's
ain't
still
even fought an
young, cuz.
ex-world champion yet.
So
Right.
that was just about to that was bingo. That was just about to be my next thing though. I was just so Tiger Johnson getting in the ring with a Brian Norman. What's going on with that? Why can't we?
I like that one.
That work?
That's gonna be a good fight. That's the fight. That's the fight we want.
I like that.
Or even Stanionis.
That was
Stanionis
really
could
about
fight
to be
too.
my next question. The Brian Norman scrap is the fight I would definitely like.
Yeah,
I
that
know
would be
Brian Norman
dope.
is an Atlanta guy. I feel like I want that fight in Atlanta. Let's send Tiger to Atlanta with Brian Norman or something like that. I'm into that type of action.
That's a good.
I think he could definitely beat a Brian Norman too. Right,
Mm-hmm.
right
Maybe.
now.
Maybe he probably could, possibly.
What
Yep.
I don't think that he would, but you know, anything can happen. It's boxing.
how you look at Boots at 54 against Xander at the end of June? How you see Boots at 154?
Good fight.
Good fight.
I mean, Bootsy, he didn't already went through all the phases of building. So now it's like, either you gonna be the man or you ain't. So he going for it to be the man. I like that for him. I like Xander taking the challenge too. You know, it's a good fight. It's good. You know, big names.
Yeah,
Big
that's a big
names.
name.
One thing I don't like though is I'm hearing a lot. I'm already hearing off the top is some like I won't even call them excuses, but I'm gonna say reasons as to why people is counting Xander out. I don't like what people trying to throw in here with he looks a little big for 154. He should already been at 160 and all this type of action.
And he's young. Yeah.
I don't like the talk of the resume stuff and that type of, because it's like I don't care who the champion. Just because you don't know the champion don't mean that he wasn't a champion.
Yeah.
Xander been beating he been beating guys. He beat the Perez Garcia, who beat my guy Charles Conwell, unfortunately. So it's like,
Man,
No, these guys
you
is
don't know them don't mean that they not a threat. You feel me? I don't like that.
These guys is in the same situation like Timothy Bradley was when he was at 140. He beat Devin Alexander. He beat Lamont Peterson. He beat Kendall Hope. Those was the guys that are contemporaries, and that's how he made his name. That's how he got it. Because he beat the killers that was his peers. They were all killers, considered killers, and any one of them could have been going, to be the man. He took them all out. So that's the thing that this kid got to do. That's one of them. Beat Xander, get 2 points of the title. I mean, he got the world at his feet for real.
Do you
I would like.
Do you think he gonna cook Xander?
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Exactly. I think it's gonna be a better fight that people are expecting from what I've been hearing about Xander. Like I say, I don't like what I've been.
If Karen can give him a good fight, man, I'm thinking Xander can give him a good fight.
What you think about
Now,
Karen though? That's the
I
thing.
thought
What you
Karen
think
fought.
about Karen?
I thought Karen fought two good fights. The first one, he stepped around and boxed him a little bit. He wasn't as aggressive. Second fight, he was aggressive. So he was in the fight. It wasn't, I mean, Boots won the fight. We ain't going to doubt that. But he was in the fight. So I'm saying if a guy like Xander, who got a nice pedigree, and like I said, you see how he boxing now, and he big and he rangy. I mean, he going to give the man some trouble. He going to give the
I
man
think it's
some
gonna be a
trouble.
rumble. I think it's gonna be a rumble for sure.
He
I
going he
think I
going to
think
give
I
the man
think Boost
trouble.
experience to kick in at the longer the fight, the longer as it
Experience
lasts.
in what? Because he got more fights.
Yeah, I would say that, and I think just Boost is just like a better athletically. Just I think he's just a better, And Xander's young, so that's nothing wrong. There's no slack on Xander because I rock with Xander, but I
Yeah,
do think Xander's going to pose some problems because he can rumble.
But
yeah, yeah.
like
But
you said, Boots probably entering his prime. Xander only 23, so
That's what I'm saying.
he's probably not gonna be as good as Boots right now. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
But at the same time, Boots, he need a lot of work. He don't box enough. He try to brawl a
Hmm
little bit too
hmm
much,
hmm
and I
Do
think
he
he
remind you of Abdullah sometimes?
mhm. Yeah, they could box a little bit more if they want to, but they like to mix it up and rumble, and I like that too. But nah, be smart about it.
yeah.
I think they should weaken their opponent a little bit more before they go into the rumbling stage.
I think you're going to see the best Duran Ennis we've seen.
That's a fact.
I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see it against it's a good opponent, but
You breaking up, Phase. Phase, you breaking up.
Oh, my
Let me
bad.
pivot real quick, Bernie.
My bad.
What was was you expecting Shakur to dominate Tio in that way? And like, who do you want to see Shakur mix it up with that? Or do you feel like this? Who's gonna give Shakur a good fight? Because he's just looking like, pound for pound great right now.
nobody. I don't think nobody can beat that guy. Only person that could beat him is him. I don't think nobody could beat that guy. That guy, his range, his distance, he got that underrated power. I mean, you ain't gonna beat that guy, man. This guy, he just dynamic, man. He just dynamic, man. I don't think
What
nobody can
what
beat
is
him.
it like, Bernie, when Bud spars like Shakur, or like Keyshawn spars Shakur, like, is he able to keep that range against them guys?
I never seen him spar with Keyshawn, but I know with him and Bud,
Yeah.
But the thing about that too is that I watched Bud and Andre Ward spar, so these guys just know how to fence and how to sharpen each other without trying to hurt each other. And it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing to
Yeah.
watch. Yeah, so that no, Shakur, like I'm saying, this guy. I mean, the fellow was talking about the sparring. Okay, well then you seen him in there with Ugas. Sean Porter said how it was in there with him. You know what I'm trying to say? So I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. If that's any indication, I mean, so like I say, it's gonna be hard to beat this guy. But
Hey,
the thing
Bernie,
about
I went viral.
Definitely going to be hard
I
to
went
beat
viral
Shakur.
talking about I went viral talking about Shakur's front foot placement. You a coach. What do you see in Shakur's front foot placement? Do you think that makes a difference in his range and how he fights?
front put, no, I don't know about that. I just know he just got that down pat, man. He got that down pat, and he got the reflexes of a cat. I'm telling you, can even blink, and he gonna react. You know what I'm saying? He gonna react right in. I mean, this guy, he don't overreact. He don't wait till you. He wait till you do something. If you do any little move, any little movement, he reacted. So I think that's just God given with this guy. The thing about it is that he looks so dominant, and he like he could do more. He could throw blazing combinations and things like that. We want to see him do that, but that's not his style. He mixes it up. He'll throw a four-punch combination every now and again, but that's not his style. So we have to appreciate him for his style and his greatness. That's just the thing about Shakur. So and his thing is not. I don't think his the thing on him is not. You're not coming to see him necessarily perform to put on a show. Your action is you're trying to line up who can beat this kid. You know, how can he dominate this next guy? Who can beat him? You know what I'm saying? Just like he did a T.O. It was a slow, methodical beating. You know what I'm saying? And can he do
I
that
didn't
to
like that fight. I didn't like the fact that that fight got made. In all sincerity, I'm not gonna lie. I was one of these guys who was. I'm a one guy that I want to see him fighting. I want to see him fight Remy Mordetaia, man. I don't know if he planned on going to 135 or if Mordetaia is coming up to 140. I'm hearing him talking about coming up to 140. I really like Mordetaia a lot. I know people is. I've been on him before the Cruz fight. I like his temperament, and I think he can really box. You feel me? I would love to see that fight. I know that. I think Shakur is like residing in Houston and whatnot. I know Mordetaia is a West Coast guy, but I think you could put that fight in Texas and that'll
Does he
take
give him
$1
trouble? My bad, Trees, Bernie. Does Raymond give Shakur any trouble or a good fight? What's your thought?
I mean, I wouldn't Murray as a champion, but listen, he struggled with Tevin Farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Shakur
Yeah.
Stevenson on
And
another level right now.
Andy Cruz was on him.
You want to see him fight Murray Tyler? I think it'd be just like the T.O. fight. It'll go like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just high on Mordetaia. I like that guy, man.
You
That's a
can't
fight.
get past. I don't know. See if nobody can get past them defenses, man. That Shakur, if you can break that range, I don't know if you can do that. And he showed he can bang too. So we ain't even seen the best of this guy, man. That's the shameful part. Ain't he ain't even got out of first gear yet for real? And he doing this shit like that. He ain't
Hey,
got
hey,
out.
hey, Bernie, I always said like when Shakur is having some of those fights, I'm like, man, he needs to go over there with Bernie and Bomac and Coach Red and them, and I'm pretty sure y'all have him countering with like vicious intentions and stuff like that. But have he ever
I would
like
love to work with him,
got
man.
coached by y'all?
I would love to work with him, man. Every time I get with him, I try to
See,
give pointers. But you know, he got a great team and what he's doing over there. You know, I keep trying to send him little messages and keep trying to give him a little game. But you know, we can always want more. But I mean, and more is scary. I mean, this guy asks any more. This guy is already spooky, man. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy is dangerous, man. This guy is just ain't no joke when he come in that ring. So
The fight that everybody want, Bernie, is Shakur versus Gary Antoine. What's your thoughts on that matchup?
I think people, nah, the fight is everybody want to see him was with Tank.
Of
Now,
course.
Gary Antoine,
Okay,
now,
true, true, true.
that's the fight. But the Antoine Russell is considered the toughest fight for anybody at 140. So they just want to see any of them guys in there with Antoine Russell because he considered the toughest, really much the toughest guy at 140. But, you know, so that's it. I would like to see it too, though. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it too. I want to see the kid go up. You know what I mean? He already a champion, but T.O., I like to see him against Antoine Russell myself. If you can't get Tank, I like to see him against Antoine Russell. It's not a blockbuster fight. It's not going to carry that appeal, you know, far as that like T.O. did and like him and Tank would. But you know, it's a solid foundation fight. And I mean, you know, I think I would say he probably number 2 behind Shakur as at 140. Even though Dalton Smith just looked good, plus you got Puello, you got who else the other kid that beat him? Dalton Smith Dalton Smith just beat Matias, right?
Yes.
Yeah, stop
Mm-hmm.
Knocked
him.
him
Yep.
out, stopped him. So then you got Puello fighting who is he fighting? He fighting
About to
Dalton
fight
Smith?
Dalton Smith.
Yeah, he about to fight Don
Oh,
Smith.
okay,
Yeah.
So,
god
yeah.
damn.
it's right,
Okay,
Don
so my
Smith.
boy
And I
going
think
to
Poyo caught a bad break in that fight against
Matias,
Matias. Yeah,
he
yeah.
yeah.
won that
Yep.
fight.
I
Yeah,
think Poyo tough, boy. Don't
yeah,
sleep.
Puello tough. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Puello, yeah, he tough. Yeah, I ain't discount him at all. Yeah, he up there. Like I say, everybody know that was a close fight with Matias, and yeah, he already proved it against Gary Antoine Russell. And you know what I mean? This guy can fight. And he was a champion before that, so he like a 2-time or 3-time 140-pound champion. Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
Don
yeah,
Smith
I
is
know
gonna
you got
fight Puello at Zone 6.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead,
So
Corey.
that'll be his third shot at the title. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
I know you got Shakur beating Tank,
Yeah.
but what would Tank have to do to like beat Shakur?
I don't know. I don't know what you can do to beat this guy. Listen, I've been in the ring with him, man. I'm telling you, man, this dude, man, like I say, as soon as you make a move, he gone. You know, he gone.
Can he cut the distance off? Can he hit to the body? Is he tall enough? Like what I mean, is there a way that he can get
Tank's
in there and get
phenomenal,
trouble?
man. That's why the fight is so intriguing. That's why the fight is so intriguing because Tank if he can get in there and weave and roll and counter and stay on the inside and land something, you know, man, that's the fight. That's the best fight in the world, the most intriguing fight in the world. Is
Mhm.
is that fight. And the thing about it, it's gonna be sad if the shit he kind of fucked it up because he got rocked by Roach and he didn't want to give Roach the rematch. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of looking kind of it's kind of fucking it up. But everybody,
F
you know, people,
bombs, Vern.
huh?
The
Language,
F
language,
Ah,
word.
language.
excuse my language.
It's
Excuse
all
me.
good. Come
Excuse
on,
me.
keep
We're
cooking.
gonna
Keep
work. We're gonna
going.
work. This the
So
first appearance, Bernie. We gonna work. Go ahead.
Yeah.
okay, so he now listen. I was just scrolling on reels and seeing this.
I know.
So
I appreciate
that's how,
that. Hey, shout
so
out
when
them YouTube. We moving.
I see y'all talking about Bud and I started just to listen just a few minutes. Then I
Mm-hmm.
guess why I came on here. But anyway, it's all good.
Appreciate you.
I can talk boxing all day. So,
For
but
sure.
like I say, the thing about Tank, he messed it up with that kind of situation, you know, and that's the knock on Tank. Okay, the minute that he got a chance, okay, it's cool that we was actually glad that Lamont gave him a fight because now things got interesting. Okay, he didn't just bulldoze you, knock him out. This guy actually gave him a good fight. So now we like, okay, now we recognize Lamont is somebody, even though we knew he was decent. Let's get the rematch, make it even better.
Yeah,
He don't do it.
Yeah.
Ah.
I got one
That's what
for
make
you.
that's what make a champion. That's what make the
yeah,
people endear you. That's what makes you with all the hype or whatever the about you. That's when you prove it. That's how
hmm
Devin. That's what Devin just did when he came back and fight that left hooking, power punching motherfucker Brian Norman. That's what he did. That's why
he
he got the
did.
power now.
Oh my
He
That's why he
knocked
god.
got
him
the
off.
power now.
One
He
thousand
knocked him
percent.
off.
I gotta play the drop for Bernie. Bernie got to get the drop.
Now don't be a Negro, be my nigga. All right, help me out.
Appreciate my
What's the
brother Bernie.
drop? What's the drop?
Are you
Nah,
in here?
that's just the drop. When he say, "Don't be my nigga, bro, be my nigga, help me out."
Uh,
When I started this channel, I really want to take it to another level. And I know a lot of times what happened, you know, we want sponsorships, we want to really get some YouTube money. And I really built this thing from the ground up. We our first year will be April 15th. So yeah, so we really just growing. Let me ask you this, Bernie. What's your thought? Like, do you feel like the a better is Devin a tougher fight for Shakur at 147, or Tank is just stylistically Tank is gonna be tougher irregardless? Because break that down for us. But the difference between the Shakur versus Devin and Shakur versus Tank.
okay. The thing about this, uh, the thing about Devin and Tank and Devin and Shakur is I'm okay. True story. When Rolly fought Ryan, I knew Rolly was gonna beat him because I seen the sparring sessions. Now that's just what I base it on. Every sparring session, he was running Ryan around the ring. Every sparring session, he just run him around the ring. You know, just bully him, put that aggression on him. Ryan really didn't have much, so he kept him on the back foot and just kind of bullied him from the sparring sessions that I seen. So I figured that. Now the sparring sessions that we seen with this kid, them kids, man, they was going good tit for tat. They were showing so much high level stuff
Yeah,
on there. And
yeah,
that's what I think that was gonna make the fight so good because that's how they was gonna bring the same situation. That fight was gonna elevate them both because that fight was gonna bring the same situation. They was gonna be going at it tit for tat. It was gonna be high level stuff. And that's the fight I really wanted to see. That's a shame. And at 35, I think it would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have
Yeah.
been perfect. I think it'd have been perfect. So the Tank fight is just it's just such a dynamic because Tank is just dynamic, man. Tank is dynamic.
Yeah.
So I think Shakur, you know what I mean, he just got that. He got everything about him. That's just a perfect combination. Forget it. I think Shakur is lucky because he matched up well with both of them guys. And I don't think Devin and Shakur, Devin and Tank match up well.
No.
Even though I seen the sparring session, it was a good sparring session. But I think this kid and he got both options. So I think both of them would have been great. Either way.
What I always ask people, Bernie, is this: Would you be more surprised if Shakur goes out there and win 10 rounds to 2 against Tank, or if Tank knocks out Shakur? What would surprise you more?
That Tank knocks out Shakur. He can't
Me
knock that
too.
man
Me,
out.
me
He not
too.
gonna knock
Me
that
too.
man out,
That's
man.
what I'm
He'll
saying.
knock anybody out if he catch him, but he ain't gonna be able to hit that man. He not gonna be able to hit that man, man. He not gonna be able to hit that man. And listen, like say this thing too though. Listen, these guys, if they had it like that, they would do it. Why wouldn't I do this if I damn near got a such a high chance of belief in myself when this is what's gonna make me go all the way up? It don't matter if I smite Joe Schmo or Shakur Stevenson. Either way, if I could beat them either. I'm talking about as a fight. Either one, I smokes them. But I get way more credit, way more adulation, way more everything if I beat him. I'll beat him then. Shit. I'm be him then. If this guy ain't got nothing to offer me for real, I'ma show it. Hey, I'ma show it. Just go ahead and do it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. That way I ain't even gotta. Then I can fight all the Joe Schmoes I want. Once I prove myself, then I ain't gotta.
Hey, but that's
Man,
that's the bad part about boxing, though, Bernie. Like you look at a guy like Tank and Fundora, for example, the promotional companies and some of their handlers are stunting their growth to be the greatest that they could be.
that's sad, and that's sad. That's when you gotta fire people.
That's
That's when you
sad.
gotta get away from people. That's why you gotta get away from
That's
people.
sad.
Listen, listen, man. At a certain point, just in life, because I like to generalize things. Listen, man, if that's something wrong with that, bro. How you should never let nobody stop you from your truth over nothing. You can't be no slave to nothing. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Listen, okay, you already rich. Then you got a lot of the power. You know, man, you sometimes whatever it is, I gotta get away from you then. If you're not trying to see me, you know what I mean? But then again, like you say, you hear Tank, we talking about Tank, he does not have that enhancing legacy speech. He don't even talk like that. You know what I mean? So he don't care about being a pantheon of greats. So it's good for him in that situation. But if you're trying to be in a pantheon of greats, then you have to do whatever is necessary to get to gain that legacy. You know, that's just my belief. That's just my belief. That's just my belief. Now you might have to play ball at first and listen to what they saying and understand and let them guide you. But at some point, we all have to take off the training wheels in life. Everybody has to get the training wheels taken off.
Absolutely. Now it's kind of funny. Like now, present day boxing, we got like it's somewhat they're trying to turn it into a clown show, Bernie. Like with T.O. with that T.O. with Shakur press conference. T.O. he off the chain, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, I mean Jake Paul, that's something different, but they kind of put on the forefront as good speakers and people kind of looking at them that way. Shakur and Devin, they more so in the gym guys, they putting in that work. Do
Yeah.
you feel like Devin and Shakur, do you feel like they will be able to hit that superstar status? Similar to like how fighters of the past got like Oscar or Floyd or Sugar Ray, like because I feel like they right there at that pinnacle, but it's like that carries that charisma in their speech. Talk about that, Bernie. You feel like they'll still be able to reach that height, or do they need to kind of elevate on the mic in a sense?
No, I think that okay, so the thing of when you realize who these guys is and understand that they genuine people, just like how they a
Hmm.
lot of people gravitate towards Bud, you know, the thing how you make it in this shit is fighting the best. When you talk all them guys you named, they fought the high profile guys to
Yeah.
get to that status, whether they won, lost, or draw. That's what really got them. Okay. So now once you get into the once you got the attention, then you can either you can I'm gonna say you can enhance the intention by the way you speak and what you're talking about. See, Crawford wasn't a big speaker at first, but he was whooping everybody. Now,
Yeah.
when you got a chance to listen to him, you can relate to him in so many ways. You know what I mean? So he didn't
Right.
have to be the fool. He wasn't gonna be the clown. He don't have the funny jokes and the this and that to do that. So now people are endearing to Crawford because he's as great as he is. He's still just like you and me. You know, you can really relate to him. He's just a really much an average guy in that sense. You know. So the thing about those guys is they just need
Yeah.
to fight the fights, you know. And I want this. Is what I'm glad you asked me that, because the thing about it is that in life, it's better to lose sometime, because then you seem like you're human. You know, Jack Dempsey, he was more famous after he lost to Tunney. Sugar Ray Robinson was more famous after he lost to Gene Foreman or whatever the one of them got. They was more famous, you know, when you lose. So and the thing about too is losing, and I'm saying, and not being afraid to lose, because people still love you. Look at how many people still love Earl Spence, and he got taken apart. Look how
Yeah.
many people still love Devin, and he got quote unquote embarrassed. Look how many people still love you, bro. People,
I
you
think
know what I'm
Ryan
saying?
gets a lot of credit. Like Ryan, I think I really believe that's a lot of reason why Ryan, like as much as people talk shit about Ryan and he's a cheater and all this other shit, they give him credit for getting in there with Tank, even with it was weight clauses and the stipulations and all this shit. They give him credit for getting in there with Tank. They if he because he's talking about fighting Shakur. I don't know if he's gonna fight Shakur or whatever. I don't know how that's gonna go. They giving him credit for that. They giving him credit for getting in the ring with Devin Haney and shit like that. So
Yeah,
I do believe that.
but the thing of
But hold on, trees. They only doing that because
yeah,
we're the litmus test. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The Black American champions are the best in the world, and we're the litmus test. So they gonna gauge their fighters based off of us. That's all that is.
I mean,
Go ahead, brother.
but him talking
And I
about
think
getting
that,
with
and I think
TFC,
that, and I think that they want the money. He want the
yeah,
money with Tank. He didn't have a chance in snowball chance in hell to beat Tank. It was the money.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the money. It
Yep.
was the money. The thing with Devin, he didn't think Devin looked all right, but Devin didn't hadn't look. He looked good against Prograde, and that was
Yeah.
his best finest hour. He looked good against Prograde, but Devin still, they were still kind of down on Devin. So he thought that's the less of the that's the you know what I mean, that's the best fight to get the money, or maybe to get the glory. Feel me?
Right. Yeah.
And he took the Devin fight, but Ryan Garcia is trash. His fighting style is terrible. I
Hmm.
don't believe I don't even know why people quoting him now, because you can see he on the T.O. thing, like you said about the T.O. They
yeah.
just say stuff to get clickbait and to get people to listen. But I hate listening to people that ain't really about the truth, about none of that. Stop even quoting them. Stop even giving them attention, because it's just for talk. They don't have no substance behind what they're saying. And that's why I don't like.
Would you give him credit for getting in the ring with a TFC? Would you
Who?
Ryan Garcia? How would you feel
Ryan.
about
He's a whore for money. He will do it anything.
Right.
He's a whore for money and attention. Yes, I would. Yeah. And then Teofimo just got busted up too. He just took a beating for 12 rounds.
Hmm.
Teofimo ain't gonna be the same no more.
That's a fact.
Teofimo won't be the same no
He was
more. He took a
already mentally weak to
Hey,
me.
yes,
Hey.
and I ain't
green
never
light.
forgiven him for
Yeah.
none of that goofy ass shit that he did.
Right.
None of that
Oh, that
goofy
yeah,
Exactly.
shit he did.
that was that
None of
bullshit.
that racist shit he did. I'm never
Yeah.
gonna forgive him.
Facts.
I didn't feel sorry for him when he got beat up. I didn't, all that fake ass shit. I'm never gonna forgive him for that. He
Right.
took that shit in stride. He wrote, he was so happy to do it. Fuck that nigga, man. Excuse my language. Excuse my
Whoa.
language.
You good, Bernie? But
Words.
I blame Trees for that. Let me just add. Let me pivot real quick. Uh, talk about. Hey, Bernie, talk about Ryan. Like, yeah, I'm with you on that, and I
Yeah,
just
me
want to
too.
ask you that so we just have it on record. Cause Ryan, he's saying some, of course, some more cornball stuff. Talking
Mhm.
about Boots, not Bud, like leaving legacy on the table, needing to fight Boots or rematching Canelo. Speak about that. Do you feel like Bud has anything else to prove in the sport? Do you
Man,
feel like he left legacy on the table?
you know he don't got nothing else to prove, man.
Yeah. That was
We
silly.
just said all those
That was
things about Crawford. Listen, man. That's why I'm trying to say. This guy is a cold
Hey,
idiot. You cannot dismiss
right.
Crawford. You cannot talk down on
Yeah.
Crawford.
Hey,
No, you
Bernie,
know what?
I wanted that
Outside of
150 belt
Crawford, hold
though.
on, wait. Listen, just listen. Just let me say. Just I won't go too far. But outside of this, Crawford is a great, decent human being.
Come on
He
now,
carries himself well.
Mhm.
He has a lot of morals and a lot of value and a lot of stand-upness in his
man of God.
character.
And he's grown up a lot over time too. He's like at his age right now. Yeah.
I don't even know why
Yeah.
you say that. He's always been composed and handled himself well.
I
What
know.
do
I
you
just
mean
said
he's
that. I
grown up?
said that because a lot of people was like, he's kind of dry. He won't come do this or do that. You know, people had their opinions about him. But see, I stayed out of the stuff.
Well,
with-
Prize, I always respected
That
the
don't
fact
mean
that
that
he
he grew
said,
up. That
yeah,
don't mean
he,
that
but
he grew up.
No,
And
I'm
he
saying
told you why.
I'm saying what I'm saying is he mature. Like he's a grown man. Like you mature as you get older. That's all I'm saying. Not
one
like
thousand
Just because
percent.
But
he's
I
But
think
see,
Devin
it just
Grant,
even
goes to the
just
Crawford.
point.
But
because
think
he's
about his
Grant,
mentality.
just
And
because
Crawford's
he's Grant,
mentality. Go ahead, Bernie.
just because he's granted more interviews or he's becoming more open, that
Right.
doesn't mean he's mature. That means he feels safe to where, or he's decided, like he told me, I'm gonna tell my story. I'm not gonna let them paint no narratives of me no more. I'm gonna
Hmm.
speak up and tell my story. So I don't think it's about him maturing because he's always been mature. It's just again, you have people that because he doesn't do what they say, they paint a narrative of him, and everybody runs with that because
Yeah.
you're
The
not
way I
doing what I say. So now I'm going to tell people this about you because you don't do what I say. But as long as you do what I say, I'll speak in glowing terms of you. But the minute
yeah.
you don't do what I say, now I'll spread false truths about you.
I don't judge him like that.
hey
I judge him by how he rumble, and that's strictly how he rumble. All that other stuff,
and
I
Big
don't
Three.
really like
I'm just
But
getting
saying.
Big Three
into.
to the
I don't
point you
like
were
getting into that
saying.
stuff like that.
I'm just saying. These are the
To the
things that created a narrative around
Yeah, no
both of
doubt.
them.
And I just pay that stuff. I don't even click on that kind of stuff. You feel me? Because like,
never.
you know what I'm saying?
it's gonna be
I've
they're
been
gonna do it
critical
one
of
prize. They're
every
gonna do it
fighter.
one way or another because remember
Yeah, I
what Bud
criticize
said.
every
Bud
fighter
says
because I want to see the best.
he wasn't gonna walk around with his pants halfway off his
Yeah,
ass and
right.
show you know what I'm saying
Yeah,
talk crazy. That ain't his character.
out of
So he
shape.
really he always stood 10 toes down on
Yeah,
his
for
morals and
sure.
beliefs. So
Big Three.
everybody not doing that. Jump in, face.
So
You
go ahead,
you
Faith.
had asked about Shakur and Devin, being like, the next box office stars, and it's like they gonna be at a disadvantage because they just gonna have to focus on who love them and who like to watch them and the fans that they got, because you're gonna have people from the PBC fans and they just gonna talk bad about them, even if they keep being lineal, even if they keep being
Mm.
undisputed. It's kind of weird right now because Terence Crawford, he was the number one pound for pound running through the whole welterweight division. He beat Earl Spence, and they still was like not, you know what I mean? Like
It
not
wasn't
giving him
good
the full,
enough.
like it wasn't. It's like
No, it
this
was
was
excuse.
y'all
It's always
guy.
going. They're gonna move the
This was
goalposts,
y'all
Yeah,
bro.
and
guy.
that's why, and you
Come
know
on
why,
now.
This was
B3? That's
y'all
why I
guy,
stayed
bro. It's
neutral
crazy.
between that Earl and Bud beef when even on YouTube in the YouTube streets, when you had Earl channels and Bud channels, I listened to both because you know what? I was like, you know what? Why is it gotta be like that? I rock with both of them
It
and who
was
made the best
nasty,
man
bro. It
win.
was
It
nasty.
was a
It
nasty
was
cold war for
nasty.
a couple of years. And you know what? You can't find me really not too much. You know what I'm saying? I was criticizing both of them at certain times. I was like, damn, well, why Earl do this? Well, damn, why Terrence do that? But they fought, and you know what I mean? That's all I
Um,
wanted. I didn't care
One thing
about
you
none of
gotta
that stuff.
look at, Prize, and people don't look deep into it like
Yeah, I
this.
still want to
It's
trade
what you so.
MB
It's what
carrier.
you so. It's what you so into. So think about
Yeah.
it. If you so in the PBC business for years, buying their pay per views,
I've been
watching their
watching
fighters,
boxing
supporting
since
their
the
fighters,
'85,
ain't
dog. I
nobody
ain't
gonna be
never
able to tell
count
you.
nobody pay-per-view buys
Ain't
when I was a
nobody. No, all I'm
teenager.
saying is this: as a person, ain't nobody finna tell you this, that, and the third because then they'll say, well, what are you doing? You just wasted your money. You
Yeah, I
supporting
ain't
these
never know how
fighters, you
much
buying all
Mike
these pay per
was.
views, and meanwhile, it's people on the other side of the street that's gonna beat your fighters up. So that's what I'm saying.
So
These do a lot of people
I'm
don't
gonna
like to
I'm gonna
admit
keep
when
it
they
real.
wrong. When you wrong, you wrong. And
I'm gonna keep it
When
real.
Crawford came through and
I'm gonna
stopped Errol, everybody should have just came clean and said, "Hey, Crawford's the best in the world," and move
He's the
on.
guy.
Simple as that.
That's it.
But that goes to that
And
point
I'm
that
gonna
you
keep
was
it
talking
real.
about B3
This
about the charisma about God. Like I think that's one thing that Devin Haney. I'm not gonna lie. I think
no,
Bill Haney is
no.
an X factor in that. I know you was talking about guys like speaking on the mic and their charisma and if that's gonna draw fans in and things of that nature. I think that Devin Haney might have a little bit of a leg up with Bill Haney, man. I know a lot. I literally got guys, bro, who tell me that they don't like Devin Haney because of Bill, or they do like Devin Haney because of Bill. Stuff like that. Like he got, you know what I'm saying?
Riches
So
don't make no sense. How you gonna like another man over another man?
that's what I
That just don't
I
Right.
make
wouldn't
no sense.
make no
I
sense
mean,
at
they
all.
two different entities. That's his dad, but they two
Exactly.
different entities.
But they view him as like they. It's like from what
I
I
mean,
was.
just imagine
View him as
if
like the dad.
Ryan Garcia dad. Listen, if Ryan Garcia was Bill's son, and Bill talked about Ryan Garcia like that, I won't still don't like Ryan Garcia. He's not that good to me.
I'm with you.
That's what
I'm
I'm
with
saying.
you. I,
He's not that
I
good
just
to
find
me.
it funny. That's what I just find. But I'm saying, but I can't deny that it's a
Yeah,
factor though as to
honestly.
why, like it's
Yeah,
part of his fandom. Though I can't deny that Bill. You feel me? Like
yeah,
he creates fans for Devin, or he creates enemies for Devin. Like
yeah.
either it's like Don King with Mike
Yeah,
Tyson. I
it's
feel it like that. Like a lot of people did. Some people like Mike Tyson because of Don King. Some people didn't because of Don. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's.
and
I
my
just
and
find.
my thing and my thing with that B3 is like it's like half of boxing fans are like the PBC kind of fans and stuff, you know? And that's just kind of nasty to me because it's like the best guy is the best guy no matter what. I don't care
Now
if
listen
Terence
to this.
Crawford fought for freaking any promotion. I don't care. He's still the best fighter. That's my favorite fighter.
So listen this to piggyback off what you saying. This is the thing too though. If I'm watching, uh, if I'm with PBC, I'm so into love with PBC. But I'm not only in love with PBC because PBC is part of boxing. But I'm in boxing. How do I look up there and they say all the best welterweights in the world, but they don't got Terence Crawford on there? And I know who Terence Crawford is. I know he a welterweight champion. I'm looking at the panel and they got Mikey Garcia up there, who's not a welterweight champion. And you got the best welterweights up there, and you don't have Terence Crawford up there. I'm just saying. This is all I'm trying to talk.
Hey, it's nasty, bro.
At the same
Wild
time,
Wild
It's
West.
so
nasty.
I'm saying it's just like this. I'm not gonna, and that's the thing. Bro, it don't matter who you are to me. I'm not gonna, if it's real, it's real. That's the only thing. You could not, they all denied Bud Crawford. And Spence fans really didn't even want him to fight Bud. They didn't even want him to fight Bud. They thought Bud, they try to make it seem like Bud was beneath that man. Come on, man. How can you love some guy and not demand that he don't fight the best number one guy that he don't fight? How can you love Tank? Say you love Tank, but not mad that he's not fighting
Yeah,
Shakur.
exactly.
How can you
I'm mad
say
about
that?
that.
How can you that just don't make no sense to me. That just don't
Rumble
make no sense
Roach.
to me. How can you, if you really in this man's corner, you have to tell the man the truth. Come on now. Come on
Yeah.
now. That's all
I,
I'm trying to say.
one of my
But
favorite
he
fights. I'm
snapped
an
though.
Hey, let me
Alvarado
The
just
guy.
say this
problem
real
is he
quick. Let me
snapped.
just say this real
You
quick,
asked him a
Prize.
question. My bad.
Everybody not gonna like how I'm doing things. This is how we gotta do things. We here to get some money. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know everybody like to come on and jump on panels and talk boxing. Um, listen, I gotta change my life, my circumstances. So, I started a channel and started a business. So people want to jump on the panel and chop it up with Bernie. Hey, click that link, join the membership, only $7 a month. That's 32 cents for this episode. That's it. We doing 5 shows a week. So if you want to pull up and chop it up, ask Bernie a question, bless the super thanks or the super chat, or join the membership. Uh,
Hit that
let me-
like button too and subscribe. While since y'all ain't doing
yeah.
that now
Hey
shit.
Bernie, hey, people
Yeah.
don't like that. People don't. It could be a couple
But
dollars,
this is the
and
business
people
though.
like it's.
I like
Yeah, we
that
got a
too though.
panel
I
fee.
want everything. I want
E-
everything for free too though.
Yeah, it's the
I
Yeah,
free.
like
I
yeah,
that.
call
for
it the free
sure.
entertain. It's the free entertainment
But see,
network, the
B
Red
see
App.
B3, my
I did
man's
this
though.
thing.
So like it's
I
like
got
Burn. I
on,
can't buy my
I actually
man's a
trained
cup of
fighters and I
coffee.
was a fighter and everything like that. But I got on this
Hmm.
YouTube thing because I heard too many people talking bad about Bud. I was doing
Yeah.
the
I
same
know.
thing, clicking on people, looking at the titles, and listening to people every now and again. And then when I started listening a little bit closer, heard them talking bad about Bud. And I one time I heard too many, and it just blew my head. I said, Bud, I gotta say something to these motherfuckers. And Bud
Yeah.
was like, nah, 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 nah. And I said, Bud, but nobody know me. Everybody knows you. That's why I gotta use your platform to do this. And
Yeah.
I did it maybe twice. And then Bud was like, man, I don't want you to do that because he didn't want to be in no controversy or nothing. He didn't want me to, what I'm saying? He said, you're gonna have to do that on your own. But anyway, I said, well, that's what got me started with this YouTube. That's how I got on this, because I was not even the type of guy to do nothing like that. But when I heard this too much talking and disrespecting on Bud, that's where I got it. But
I know.
like I
I, I
say,
I remember. I remember. Hey, you
when you
did your
with
thing,
me,
and listen, that's what you're supposed to do.
but
That's what
this
you're
the
supposed to
thing
do,
though.
man.
I'm a boxing historian. I
Yeah.
love boxing and I study boxing. So that's why I had to get on here too, because a lot of these guys ain't did no boxing, ain't had no fights, ain't went to no junior Olympics, ain't went to no silver gloves, ain't went to no national golden gloves, no USA, no Olympic trials. I did all those things. I did all those things. Okay, I started boxing from scratch. I started boxing just from on the strength of a challenge, like from a street fight. Like go box if you want a street fight. That's how I've been doing boxing. I've been studying boxing for over 40 years, 30 years now. What's I'm 45 since I was 9 years old. So that's what 35 years almost.
What was
I've
the
been
first
in
fight that
boxing,
you watched?
studying boxing, reading boxing, breathing boxing, thinking
Yeah.
boxing.
What was the
I
first
learned
fight
real
that
And
you
quick that I
that's
couldn't
why
be
I'm
a
here to
boxer.
be on these channels, and I'm here to talk about things because I'm gonna set things straight. And a lot of people don't like what I'm saying because I tell the truth. Nobody likes the truth. I'm gonna give you the truth. I don't have to give you no. I give you the truth. It's not necessarily my opinion. I'm gonna lay the facts out there, and you can distinguish from that.
Yeah,
Facts.
I
Hey, I
learned
ain't
how
gonna
to not
lie.
box. 'Cause
It
I
was
got
like
smoked quick.
it was like 2000.
Yeah, but I ain't doing nothing. We got time. It's like 1:13 here. So I ain't doing nothing, man. If y'all ain't got
Yeah.
nothing else, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all can run it up however you want
Yeah.
to run it up. Clip it up, whatever you clip it up. But don't put no bait titles, no click titles, and
Nah, we
trying to
ain't
turn
like that
things that
over
I
here.
said or trying to
Nah,
change it trending on me.
we
Okay?
don't do that.
Nah,
We
we
don't
ain't
do that,
doing that.
Bernie.
The
We
one
don't do
thing you
that.
should do,
Hey,
like
we
I
gotta
say,
move around too, Bernie.
Yeah, we don't do that. We
yeah,
ain't
Yeah,
ignorant.
no,
so
no, listen.
we ain't doing that.
I know, but you see, if you seen my last video against ego and everything like that, like I
Man,
say, people like to change my words and try to throw a clickbait title on there and try to say like, I did this and I said that and whatever and try to turn it into, and then they take that one little snippet and make a whole show about it, and everybody
nah.
don't even listen to what I said in my totality, and they wrap it up and they put whatever they want on it. So that's all I'm saying. If you gonna
I'm
do
with you,
something, channel,
Bernie. Hey,
have
Bernie,
all your
hey, listen, I'm
add.
a man of God, child of God. I got integrity. I ain't gonna
There
lie on
you
your
go.
name ever.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
There you go.
listen, hey, everything gonna be on the up and up. Hey, but we definitely gonna have some clips of you. We gonna put you out there for sure. We building,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna
Yeah.
be no nothing that
Negative.
Shakur would see and be like, what Bernie doing? You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We'll never do
Right.
that. Nah,
Yeah.
Nah.
that ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen.
And we
Yeah.
represent
All
our
right. Well,
people
man,
too.
appreciate y'all, man, and salute to your channel and all that stuff. And
Sub
anytime
up,
you want me to
Bernie.
come on and talk some boxing, man, just let me know.
Word.
Appreciate you, Bernie. And listen, and
Subscribe
I'm
and
gonna
hit
hit you.
that like
I
button,
know I'm gonna
Bernie.
hit you on
Yeah.
Instagram
Subscribe,
and
Bernie.
bring you back. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Later, man. Y'all be good.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey y'all, we
That
done
was
had
dope.
Bernie on today. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was a lit conversation. 236. And but my brother BBO told me this. Like, the people they be so engaged in the conversation. It
Hmm.
really don't matter who you bring on. They not gonna hit the super thanks, the super chat, or anything like that.
Nothing.
Nah, but we got real supporters. Y'all know y'all be here with me every day. We be rocking out. Hey, so I'm super thankful and I appreciate Bernie pulling up and blessing the platform. Everybody that blessed the platform today. Hey,
Yeah.
that was great work. That was
That was
great.
the best show
We
I
got
ever been a
Bernie
part
to
of.
talk about Floyd and Bud. Ooh, we got some work in
And we
today.
got
My
Shakur and
brother.
Tane. You got to highlight that. Shakur and Tane, even the Devin Haney thing where he said he had worked with Devin Haney. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
All
dope. But
that.
nobody, we ain't no kind of people. If you still listening, Bernie, ain't nothing gonna happen, nothing negative. That and with the boy you said, man, we not like bull. So
Oh nah. Cause we
ain't
gonna get
nothing like
everything
that bull.
organically,
Yeah.
prize. It's gonna
Yep.
we gonna have to take the long road.
And I'm gonna
Ain't
help
nothing
you
gonna
on your
come
way.
easy. So
I'm gonna help you
yeah,
on the
we
whole
working.
way.
We gonna take it one day at a time.
You need
We
to
ain't
get a
I look.
bare knuckle boxer up here. That'll help you go a long way.
I
No, I'm
can get
fucking.
one, but he got smoked a couple times. I can get one.
Already.
He
You
got
know how I'm
smoked.
rocking with that bare knuckle
You
shit.
seen the black old dude smoke that young boy lately in bare knuckles? It was an older guy. It
What
was
a
a
what?
black.
Go
He
ahead.
was older. It was a
The best
black guy.
bet
Damn,
who's it,
that
Austin
I mean,
Trout?
No,
Austin.
no, 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 not no doubt. Try. It was a guy. Some guy. I don't think he was a boxer. He was something like a kickboxer or something. He was older.
No, I ain't see that. What
man,
was it?
I've been bare
BKFC
But
knuckle
or
my
was it
whole life.
BKB?
I can get the boy that got knocked out probably.
I meant to ask him
Hey,
about Jamel Herring on you feel me that bare knuckle. That's what I meant to ask gang
I
about.
mean, he was out there putting hands and feet on people.
Yeah,
man,
man. We love
They
it.
don't want to see no boxers and no bare knuckle because them dudes ain't really skilled like that.
Nah, we love it. That's like I said, Jamel Herring got the championship
Oh
fight
yeah.
Yeah,
coming up
he got a
in May.
When it
second
you know
career
the date
going
on it,
on, bro.
Trees?
I
I
believe it's
forgot the
May
date.
May 22nd, I think. May
Yeah,
20.
that's right
Yeah.
around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know
Trout.
I'm locked in.
He looked sharp as how ever, bro. And so did I turned it on. I was turning on the TV. I was like, "Is that Mel in there?" I was like, "Yo." I gotta make beat dude up. They don't want us in there. Not us, but they don't want boxers in there. They
I ain't
don't
gonna lie.
want that.
I would like to see the way Charlo playing around. I wouldn't mind seeing
Man.
if him and Austin Trout was the Go Bear Knuckle Gang. I'm telling you, I would not.
Oh man, that'd be crazy work.
I would not be upset at that.
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and let me just say
Hey,
this
it's a
too though,
different
like
level of bare
the
knuckle with
triple
them
to
guys.
the
Yeah.
triple four. Let me just say this real quick because I'm gonna be honest. We had like 609 members and it dropped to like followers on the channel, and then we dropped to 604. Now I'm gonna give my opinion on why that happened is because we doing things a little different. Everybody not gonna ride on this journey with us. Some people not gonna like how we doing it. The people say, well, $7 is crazy. You demanding $7 is crazy. Well, um, that's just what it is and what it's going to be. Time ain't free. When you spend your time doing something, you want to get compensated for it. So, I mean, we got to use our thinking caps. But I appreciate everybody that enjoys through viewership. That helps us as well. You know, people that hit the like, that helps us as well. But we need people that are actually working Americans or working globally to support.
Yeah,
And it's just that simple. I don't see why people don't understand that. It's a lot of people walking around, doing a lot of talking and not making no money. We not doing that.
yeah.
Yeah, because we could talk till we blue in the face. I can go talk to some shorties and not get no money and spend all my money. But when we here, we working.
Facts.
it's just
So
definitely gonna make you spend that money coming out
yeah.
the check.
Yeah, and any of you brothers that y'all wife deal handle the bills and stuff, put in a good word for B3. Just let them know I'm a good young brother trying to make a few dollars so I can start a family. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel comfortable with getting married and doing those type of things, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, support the channel. Help the channel grow. I know a lot of y'all guys, you know what I'm saying, a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, might be handing over y'all check every week to the wife. You know what I'm saying? Put in a good word.
For sure.
You know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man,
If you ain't
I
got
ain't gonna
$7
lie
for
now.
it, brother,
Yeah, that's
Hey,
like
I
a
ain't gonna
couple.
lie.
That's like buying like you can't buy your
you can't
man.
you
You
can't
can't buy
your
your
rel-
man
you,
a 2-piece and a biscuit. Damn,
yeah, once a month. Come
that's
on now,
crazy. I throw away $7 just by buying Dutchess.
right?
I can't get. I
You
can't.
can't even you can't even
That's a
get a
blunt
pack
wrap.
of backwoods for $7 no more. Like
Right,
this,
but y'all niggas go running by 3 or 4 packs.
I'm weak.
Then you roll up,
It's
come
only
smoke,
one good
listen to the
wood in the
show.
pack. There's only one good wood
right?
out the
Then you
pack.
Hey,
want to
hey,
talk
hey,
on the panel. It don't work that
hey,
way
B
around
three.
here.
Hey, B
Who you
three.
Yeah.
talking to, me or?
Hey,
Oh
North
no,
Carolina, North
Nah,
Carolina
I'm
really
trying
like
to
that.
say B3 though. That was me who you said it went from 609 to 604. That was me. That was some of my other pages. I be putting too much energy into like supporting people. So I took off a whole bunch of my pages off a whole bunch of people pages. But I'm still locked in though. That
Oh,
wasn't
okay. We need
nobody.
hold on,
That
hold on.
wasn't nobody. That
If
was
that
me.
if that was you, I need you to put them back pin pages
Put them
back, bro.
back. We need all them
Yeah, we need because
all
we
the
got to
doors.
get to a
Did
thousand
y'all
before we
hear the
get any.
part where I said I'm putting too much energy into this? Support. All I'm doing is supporting.
You are,
I
you are.
got
I
kids
agree.
to take care of.
Hmm.
Nobody don't pay my bills for me.
We need all them fake accounts. Those are numbers.
Yeah,
They can do fake streams, nigga. We can do fake subscribe. Fuck it. We need all those.
we need to touch
Well,
it. We
that
need to
was my
touch a thousand.
last
Well,
time
let
I'm
me just say
saying
this.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just say this, Ja. I wasn't referencing you because your $7 come through every month. You bless my cash app. You do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just
You my
wasn't
guy.
trying to let you
You
blame
not
somebody
okay.
that
Okay. Well,
nah,
we'll say
this
less. I
you know what
appreciate
I'm
you
saying?
because
That
I
was
was
I
thinking
did
there's
that
some
to a
people
whole
that
bunch of
couldn't.
pages. Like I be just supporting, like, but I gotta invest more energy into myself. And ain't no thing about it. But that should be respected. I just gotta invest more energy into myself. But I'm still
Okay.
locked in though.
You
Oh,
gotta be.
yeah,
You
already.
gotta be from Baltimore, huh? Motherfucker hit him with the. It ain't Baltimore. It's Baltimore. You gotta
Do what he do.
do what he do.
Yeah, that was me. I'm like, yeah, you a doo doo head. Now you stuck saying do like that. I promise you. Every
What
time you
they
say
say? One it's
you
too
put the
few.
extra ooh on there. You heard me.
Do what he
Too
do.
few.
The
Do
extra
what he
ooh. Everybody's saying it like that now. You know what I'm saying?
do.
It's a science to it.
Yeah, Kid, I was like, I didn't know that was my brother Ja. I appreciate you letting me know. I was like, okay, well, because 5 subscribers, y'all, we a small channel. And when we got to touch 1,000 to start getting that ad
I
revenue.
didn't even know how many subscribers you got. I was just thinking like,
Mm-hmm.
man, it take energy to support. It take energy to do everything. I'm fresh out of the surgery crap, and I be investing my energy. I love supporting and all of that. I gotta
Yeah.
put myself first.
Oh, 1,000%. And your kids. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. Definitely.
Hey man. Oh man, Coach left, man. Coach was here for a minute. Coach and D Free, man. Shout out Coach, man.
Well,
Yeah,
nah,
they
they
was
did the
ducking.
nah,
They was ducking.
yeah, well,
I
they did
couldn't believe it. If it was me up there, they'd have been going in. I'm like, I know they got something to say to Bernie. I ain't hear nothing. They were hopped in the chat. Oh my God, y'all in the chat?
Who hopped in the chat?
Coach and Free hopped in the chat.
Oh, I ain't see that.
I'm like, wow.
I ain't see that.
Hey, when you run it down, when you really run it down, man, you can't really say too much.
The carrier say
All
you ran him
the
off the block.
narratives go away when you really run it down.
I don't get into it with people. I just listen when people like come on, especially a panel that ain't mine. I do a lot of listening, then I'll try to fit in where I get in. But I try to have my boy B3 back all the time, so I be peeping stuff. Sometimes he might be moving around, and if somebody doing something they not, I'm gonna say something. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's my man. He messing with my man's money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a loyal dude, so 3, you already know what it is. It's up. Bernie found you. You
I
attract the right
appreciate
kind
that.
of energy. You
Yeah.
so just keep doing what you're doing. You gonna have your million.
Hey,
Watch.
B3, you was talking about North Carolina yesterday, man. Is it really like that, North Carolina?
Like what?
Oh
Here they
man,
go. I'm putting
just
them back
all
though,
kind of
B3, just for you
just
though.
all kind of women all through up in
I
North
appreciate you,
Carolina,
bro.
man.
Women.
Yeah,
What about the women?
they said they be from everywhere in North Carolina. I want to go down there.
Depends what part you at. Now maybe in Charlotte, but
Charlotte, yeah.
chicks like in Durham and Raleigh probably still there. I know that for a
Hold on, what
fact.
was the question?
Now I was saying, is it like that North Carolina as far as the chicks?
Oh, come on, that's without question. That's what all the
Mhm.
colleges is. Yeah,
Facts.
you know all the women, the girls go to
Oh, you
college.
talking
What they
about
say,
young
girls go to
girls? I'm
college
thinking
to
you
get
talking
more
about grown
knowledge.
women.
I
Y'all talking about
told you
college
you be
girls. I
bumping on
ain't part
your
of this.
breath.
I
Y'all need to
mean, they
stop
gotta grow.
They
talking
gotta
Hold
like
on,
grow
hold
that.
up
on, hold on. They
too.
gotta
They get
start
older.
somewhere, Prize. What you
I know, but
mean?
I'm saying the people that I know in North Carolina in like the city part is still there. A lot of them. You know what I mean? Hell, I'm still down there a lot in Durham and Raleigh.
Come on. Listen, you could pretty much go anywhere
Tobacco
in
Road.
Carolina, you gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest with you.
Ain't that y'all
Because
number
it's a
one
whole
that's a
bunch of
crop?
moon.
fact,
You could go to
Carrier. I'm
You
the
could go to
enforcer.
Wilkesboro. If you like white girls, you can go to Wilkesboro, get some moonshine and have a good time.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy.
If you like sisters, you can go to Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, Winston-Salem.
I'll stay out of
Uh
G, bro. Them girls be flaming hot Cheetos.
whoa, we gotta play the drop for that was wild.
No, no, no. Rough on him now. No, he needs to know. Okay. He's always crying.
That was crazy.
Shout out to the bunnies. Dr. Umar wouldn't approve,
I
man.
know they ain't
Wow.
teach you that in the Marines.
Oh man,
Say
you
that again.
stupid.
The hunt. Oh, you talk about it. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Now you gotta be careful, Joe. You know that. You know
You
that. But
carry down
everybody got
there.
their taste, depending on
Hey,
where they from.
I
Hey,
like
hey,
the
listen, we
shout
had a
out,
sisters.
fire
to the
show
West
today,
Coast,
man.
bro.
It's 4:25. What else y'all got for me for today? We gonna
Man.
be back tomorrow.
Yeah, we be back
We
tomorrow,
ain't,
you
we ain't
know.
omitting nothing. Everything, nothing omitted.
I just want to say, man, make sure you clip up that Jared and that Tiger Johnson speak. That was breaking news. I didn't know that we gonna see Bomac in the Bomac and them in the corner of Tiger Johnson. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
that's
to it.
gold right there,
All
three.
Yeah, I'm
right,
looking. I'm looking
I
forward
got
to it.
work to do.
You know, three on it.
Hey,
He on it.
hey,
Sure.
hey,
But
B
y'all
three,
be cool, man. I'm about to let you go, man. Y'all be cool.
Appreciate you, Treese.
Sure.
Peace. Go ahead, B3.
hey,
Go ahead, Phase Cook.
I want that. I want that Devin Haney clip, man, because man, Devin Haney with Bomac and Bernie and oh man, that's what we need right now. We got Mickey Bay, but we'll take some more just to make it more complete. You know what I mean? And I spent a lot of. I'm from the West Coast, bro. Born and raised South Central LA, bro. So when I see North Carolina and stuff like that, man, my eyes just open wide. You know what I mean? Because it's different. It's real different. But we'll
Yeah.
get into that later, man.
Man, you
Take
come
care,
over
man.
here with some. You came over to the East Coast with some charisma, bruh. Man, you. Man, come on, man. It's gonna be easy peasy. You already know.
Got
Ain't
you,
no
fam.
telling
All right,
to
bro.
it. All right, Face. Appreciate you. Hey, listen. Appreciate everybody in the chat today. Shout out to Bernie pulling up, man. Bernie the boxer. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. B&B Boxing, man. Team Bud. Phenomenal show.
Yeah.
And listen. The grind don't stop. We'll be back tomorrow. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody support the channel, help the channel grow. Let me say this: we gotta do things in order. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna do things the right way. So if somebody don't like it, you might have to look internally, right? Maybe this channel ain't for you. You know, it's so much other things you can do. If you're gonna pull it with us and help support the channel, hit the like button, help the channel grow, build this thing from the ground up. And we gonna and listen, we getting good principles, we having good conversation. And listen, what happened? Bernie stepped out of line a little bit. What he do? Apologize to coach. Curse, he said, he apologized. You see what I'm saying? We doing the right things. We
Bernie
genuine.
gonna be Bernie though, so this is what
Bernie gonna be Bernie.
it's just gonna be Bernie.
Everything went well. Everything went good. It's not about, we all gonna make mistakes. Everything not gonna be perfect and how we want it, but we still gotta have order.
Indeed.
So I'm thankful for it. Stephon Gilmore retired.
Mm.
He had a good career.
And what about
Great
that?
career.
But what about Kirk Cousins stealing? He's
How much did he
still
get this
stealing.
time with the Raiders?
Boy, man, it was like a buck
He got
20,
another. He got the best
80
agent in
in the
sports history.
history of
Yeah.
football. But that's another
He
conversation.
got another multi-year deal.
Look at
Hold on,
this.
let me
Look it
bring
up
this
real
up.
quick. Real quick. Yeah, that's it. It is what it is, Carrier.
How
I
much
didn't
is
see
Kirk
Bernie. I'm
Cousins
saying, look,
contract with the Raiders?
if you gonna have him up here, he gonna cuss, bro.
Yeah. He said 5 year, 174 million. That's ridiculous. Hold on. They can spread it out if they did it that way. But
I
that's
think it's
still
something
good
like
money for
80 in
Kirk.
2 years, though.
Yep, 5. Yeah, appreciate you, Carrier. The ChatGPT saying 170 up to 172 on 5 years. It's basically a 1 year, 20 million guarantee for 2026. There's also potential for a 2 year, 80 million option built in. So he's gonna get 20 million for 1 year. But he coming off a backup season, and so 1 year, 20 million. I mean,
That's
that's
crazy work.
that's Belichick money. So shout out to Belichick. Hey, listen. Hey, appreciate all the love and support, man. I'm gone. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah.
chop up some stuff and put up some work for the channel and we're gonna build this thing the right way. I'm thankful for all the support. My brother BVO, Prize,
Yeah.
TD Sports Talk, shout out to Tommy, Dub, Crush, Juan pulled up today. Shout out to my brother Juan, he always working. Marky, Dan, the man. Man, nobody forgot, nobody omitted. We just gonna keep building this thing, man. We just gonna build this thing up. Thank you, Angie and Vayer, all the ladies that pulled up today. Zon, appreciate y'all. And we gone. Hey, and shout out to all the people that jumped on the panel also. Coach Eddie, FaZe, my brother Toledo, Treese was out
Guys,
here. Man, Ja pulled up. Appreciate you. Just to get us in order. Ja, he stayed off that whole time. And
Bernie.
just came back to get us in order. That's my brother though.
Yeah.
And shout out to Bernie the Boxer, man. We gone. Peace.
I need money.